Hello everybody! Good morning or good afternoon or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Hello! Happy Friday! Welcome to the stream. Congratulations on making it to the end of your work week, should your work week happen to end on a Friday. Oh, kitty cat, would you like to come up and see? Would you like to come up and be seen? Hi. You look tired this morning. I mean that in a friendly way. You wanna scoop? Whoa, there you go. There you go. You didn't even have to jump. What do you think? Yeah, I think she's a little sleepy. Good afternoon, morning. Hello, Hazel, Miss Kira. Happy Friday. Happy Friday, Octopixie. I'd like to thank Doc Otter for a 39-month resub. Thank you very, very much. Holy moly, it's a long time. Hi, sweetie. I'd ask if you'd guessed what today is, but having a stream title kind of spoils that sort of thing. It is our second day of the Winds of Sanctuary experience buff. And, oh boy! We're leveling, boy. He has an observer, which he didn't have until he found out they were going to go away. And then I paid 580 gold for the glyph just so I could get some footage of it for the news video. It's his time. He's been waiting patiently. He's been working on his hobbies. He's been recording for his SoundCloud, but he's too shy to tell anybody what it is. He's boy. He needs to be set up. I haven't played him since finishing leveling him, so his gear, and by leveling him, like, he's wearing, this is coral stuff. That's Zareth Mortis gear, so he is a fresh baby. If this were 10.1.5, he'd be taking a welcome back gift right about now to clear out his quest log, and I'm gonna vendor some anima. He's got some, I know there's gold in that, but I can't be bothered to open it. He's got some stuff from farming Undasta for the mount in his bag still, so let's take our time-honored tradition of just getting rid of a bunch of garbage before we go anywhere. I don't know if any of this is worth anything, and frankly, at this point in my life, I do not care. Don't need any pomegranates. Do not need Book of the Ages. I guess he was also farming for bonus rolls, so he's got some Timeless Isle stuff. You can probably stick your Flight Master's whistle in your bank. Modes of Harmony do sell, but I can't. I've got an auction house mount right here. Still can't be bothered. And that's starting to look a little better. He's got deep sea bags. That'll do. That'll be good enough. I can throw some stuff into his bank. I'm going to set him up as Destro. I think he is Destro right now. He is Destro. I'm going to starter build him, clear off his bar, try to give him something nice and easy to work with. And then I think my plan is going to be to level in... like, the Waking Shores and do quests while waiting in time walking queues. I think sounds pretty good. I'm going to stick his flight whistle there. I'm going to send his pet stuff to my main. Hazel, do you have a SoundCloud? What did I upload the theme music, the Hazel theme to? Was that SoundCloud? I think I technically do because I just wanted to upload that song once I'd mixed it, just so I had a record of being like, here, on this date, I had posted this thing, in case anybody's like, no, I made that thing. It's like, no, I made it. Made's a strong word, but what do you do? We're gonna send that to my main. That sounds about right. She can have some bandages and some pet charms, because, like, what am I gonna do with them? What are my professions? Boy, what do you do? You're an engineer, and you're an herbalism. No, not anymore. You are an herbalist, and you're about to be a miner. Congratulations. It's a big day in your life. Buff with time walking is mental. Done 65 to 70 my rep pal in 2 hours. Holy moly. Where is this shirt from? I got this at a vintage store in town. Boy, we are leveling. He's gonna need some heirlooms, and I don't know about the spec. I guess I don't have to know. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to be okay. I don't really remember what his, I do not really remember what his, whatchamacallums, that's a mailbox.
Well met.
That's a duplicate button. What do I not remember? I don't Yeah, most things, I guess. Oh, let's clear out his quest log. I'm sure he's got stuff. Isle of Thunder. Don't need that. Hi, kitty cat. You settling down? And then definitely Zareth Mortis. We can leave that behind. I don't think we're going to need that anymore. 82% through patterns within patterns. What do you do? JG Britt, thank you very much for a 20-month reset. Leveled a pally from 0 to 60 since yesterday. That's a big day. Holy moly. These mounts are so dangly. Anima resources? Yeah. Oh, 1,600 gold. I guess I won't. That's okay. We can let that go. Do I not have... Am I a mecha gnome? I'm a regular gnome. I already have gnome heritage armor. Why does it want me to do it again? Just in case I want to? That's strange. I'm almost certain that I have gnome heritage armor. I'm going to abandon that and see what happens. And then there's a warlock quest that... yeah, all right. We're in town already. We'll do that. For fun? For fun. Pops up in every character of a given race. Huh. I guess I would have thought that once you earned the armor that it would have stopped trying to do that, but I suppose otherwise. Oh boy. My plan for doing damage on Boy is pretty much just immolate, conflagrate, chaos bolt, maybe some, what is this one, incinerate. And I want to get a spec that is more or less just those things. Am I going upstairs or downstairs? It's a downstairs, right? You know, warlocks like basements. That's verifiable. Hey, it's true. Now see, there's a dress. So, yeah.
See you later.
What else do you want? What else do you have?
See you around.
Oh, she has the like the Shadowfang keep quests and stuff for the scythe. I have that already. I am quite certain I have that appearance.
Safe
Although
travels.
it's not showing me in Can I Mog It. Am I using Can I Mog It? Are my add-ons turned on correctly? Are any no, not really. Boy doesn't need to worry about DBM right now. He can maybe turn on all the things. Forget big debuffs, but yeah, Can I Mog It for sure. He doesn't need craft sim. We can take character stats. He'll probably want details. Just the basic version of it anyway. You'd think maybe Farm HUD, but yeah, I'll turn it back on. It's updated. I don't see why not. Leatrix. I really had a lot of add-ons turned off here. Not too worried about these. Not too worried about that. Yeah. Plater. Plater we want. We like Plater. Don't need Loot Council. I don't really need TSM, actually. And we can just chuck weak cores on too. Hazel, how's the plant/gardening going? Good. My pea plant is having peas. It's in a tomato cage as opposed to like a flat trellis, so it's or netting situations, so it's a little hard to dig through it to get to the peas. But I knew that was going to be a thing when I planted it. They're really tasty. They're all crunchy and sweet and fresh. My tomato plants look like they might actually do something, which I'm excited about. I wasn't sure. And I went out yesterday and I went into a flower shop and I got a peace lily for my office because I'm a sucker for a plant that I don't have. I have had these before. I just didn't have one at this particular moment, so now I do. I was looking for bamboo and they said they would call me if they get any. I want to go, oh yeah, I'm going to set up a spec and I'm going to set up heirlooms. That's right. We're getting there. It's a little bit of a process. Lord Haji, thank you very much for the 8-month reset. Thanks for always keeping me company. Cheers. Also, too much good oxygen with a brand new prime sub. Thank you very much. An excellent name. All right, we got a cloak, helmet, chest, staff, ring, pants, shoulders, 2 trinkets. I'll just do these ones. I won't bother with the other ones. Second ring, neck piece. That should be like a good full set of heirlooms, and that's going to reduce the rate at which I'm consuming my rested. So I'm assuming his rested's going to last him approximately halfway through his leveling extravaganza. He needs Mog stat. I think rested's going to last him halfway through leveling with this. He's a chosen dead kind of guy. You know what? I think Boy... There's also that. I think Boy needs to wear something a little more... he was wearing that one. I want to wear swashbucklers. No, is he a pirate? I don't know if he's a pirate. I want to wear something a little more, you know, just like every, well, yeah. Where'd the Wendigo shoes go? I saw them flash up for a second and then they vanished and I don't know why. You know, it's his time. Oh, there we go. Just keep typing. He's got a backpack, but I bet I could give him a different backpack. I've got backpack options now. We have more choices. Oh, he could have like his loot. He could have his swords. There's the goblin backpack from the treasure event. He could take a little Tuskar backpack. Well, paw print backpack. I like the paw backpacks. I might do one of those. He could also be like a little dragon Wendigo, but I think that's too much. Yeah, I like that. Do I have a staff that's like a little more blue? A little blue. I want it to match the Wendigo face color. What's that? Illuminating. And I also don't want it to be too much. Maybe I just want him to have a ladle. I do. It's true. Yeah, okay, there we go. Now we're getting somewhere. I'm gonna excavate my bars a little bit here. Details can go down here. Soulstone, we don't need a wormhole gen anymore. Hearthstone can go over in that general direction. Same thing with demon summoning. I might need a Voidwalker. That sounds true. Sounds like something that might happen to me. Am I gonna soul well? Maybe. He has been 60 for a year. Demonic circle. Am I demonic circling? I don't think boy's a demonic circle kind of guy. I don't think he's gonna do it. I think he should accept the kind of I think that he should accept the kind of player that he is and then just not worry so much about it. So he can heal his pet with health funnel. We're gonna do that. I basically, yeah, we're gonna not worry too much about a lot of this. Yeah. And Chaos Bolt's over there. Where is Immolate? Dark Pact is like a defensive, so maybe that goes over on the same keybind with a modifier of Unending Resolve. He's got Mortal Coil. Sure. Yeah, we can throw that on like a 9. Doomguard. Nah. We're not gonna Ritual of Doom. Yeah, Immolate. There we go. There's my 4 buttons, Spec. So what's the deal? I'm gonna Immolate. I'm gonna Conflagrate. I fill with Incinerate. I spend charges on Chaos Bolts, and I drain life if I'm feeling weak. Worked for me. Chuck me into a time walking queue, and I'm going to go meet Rathian and Stormwind and head out to the Dragon Isles. Oh dear. Oh dear. That doesn't fly. I've been having issues recently with my random favorite mount keybind not pulling up. Actually, you know what? I didn't hit my random favorite mount keybind right there. Maybe I've just been having issues with my brain not hitting the keybind that I thought I hit. Yeah, no, that works fine. Never mind. I'm just having troubles. Can't complain that it's broken if the problem's a little screw loose up here. I did live in Portland, but I promise you I've never purchased weed. I transmogged the Wendigo Woolies set. It was one of the BlizzCon, it was a BlizzCon reward from some year or another.
Here's the hero I spoke of.
Maybe 2018.
Never let him down.
Playing Destro? Yeah, I figured it's probably the best for me for questing and leveling because I don't need to know a lot or do a lot. And I should be able to do some damage to stuff that's not, that's dying a little more quickly. Like if I'm in a time walking dungeon and everything's just getting zapped, I can just kind of like rain of fire and hope for the best. Maybe try to dot some stuff up with Immolate. I don't know, we'll see. Oh, did I give myself mining? I meant to. I didn't yet. Let's go get mining. We can do a little mining and herbalism out in the Dragon Isles for a little bit of experience. It'll mostly just distract me. It's all right experience, but mostly this is just going to distract me from questing. Obsidian bar, sure, why not? I want to thank Marie TC with a brand new Prime sub. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Nanny with a 48-month resub. Can it really be 4 years now? You are such an amazing person. Thanks for all you're doing and sharing. Aww. And Super Chief with a 26-month resub. Another month gone into the void. Huzzah! I feel that. I have, and I think I've talked about this before, but in it's a stream, what do we do if not repeat ourselves? I have a calendar. It is on the hall by my kitchen. It is a cat calendar because I'm predictable. And for a while, for a long time, I was feeling like, oh geez, time is just flying by me. I'm not keeping up. It's just stacking on top of me like a big pile of weights. How can it be this month already? I'm not ready for a new cat. I'm not finished with the previous cat. It's too soon for a new cat. And this month I've been, at least within the last week or so, I've been doing a little better and I've been getting a few more things done. And now every time I walk by that calendar, I say, June cat. Are you proud of me? Are we doing good? We got 2 more weeks of June left to rock and roll before we gotta say hello to July cat, baby. June cat's pretty. Kira's fine. I'm just talking about my calendar.
My admirers need space to appreciate the awe. Duty calls. Now, if you'll excuse
Duster's such a good dopamine button in Chaos Bolt. Do you think they'll revamp WoW with the new expansion? Depends on what you mean by that. I'm gonna err on the side of caution and say no. It'll probably be another expansion like the rest of the expansions. They'll try some new features. They'll build on the stuff they've already got. Raid zone, dungeons. You know, maybe a race if we're lucky, that kind of thing.
To the Dragon Isles. Sounds fun. Bet they've got plenty of soaring peaks to climb. Wrap it up,
Reward from a thing I can't get from a year ago when I started playing, hoping maybe it'll show up in Trading Post. Yeah, I know. It's so cool. It's such a good set. I was when I went to that BlizzCon, I was really hoping they were going to sell a wearable physical version as BlizzCon merch, and I spent the entire convention asking people if they'd seen them available anywhere, like if that was a thing, because I'd seen somebody wearing one, but the one that I had seen, it turned out, was a cosplay that somebody had made. Like they'd seen the BlizzCon reward, and then they'd fashioned one very well to the point that I was like, they must be selling those. Time until arrival. 4 minutes. 4 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Fish? I think it's gonna vendor the rest of my stuff. Oh, you know what? I need a reagent bag. I also need to put on my second ring. So let me get, I think it's a simply stitched would be good. We'll buy one of these. And then he's got 30 slot bags. Do I want bigger ones? How much gold does he have? 4,000 gold? Let me take a look at prices here. If I'm looking at containers and I'm sorting by slots. Am I not able to sort by slots? I swear I used to be able to do that. What's happened to me? Containers? That's the wrong boat. That's going to be the Borellis boat. It's too soon. Containers? Bags?
Proudmore's finest. At your service.
Oh no, there they are. Oh well. can't be fussed about it. I could get 32s for like 55 gold each, which would be an extra 2, 4, 6, 8 slots overall. 34s are a little pricier. Am I this fussed? Yeah. Yeah, what the heck. It's your birthday. It's your boy day. Four of those.
If you find anything exotic,
I still have another 3 minutes before that shows in, so I'm not even going to use my mailbox toy. I'm going to go fly all the way back to... Oh! A dungeon queue pop. Don't mind if I do. What pet dungeon? Imp? Kick pet. How kick? How make pet kick? Use... How make pet kick? Cursive. Dark. It's a button. I just don't remember what it's called. Spell lock. There it is. Found it. I found it. Oh, it's already on my bar. It was just in the wrong spot. We're cool. We're good. Still have a 2019 calendar on my wall at my office. I might need to remove the calendar. But it's also how I remember, like, oh, hey, you're, doing blank thing on blank day. If the prospect of passing time stresses me out, I don't know if hiding all evidence is the solution that I actually need. How am I supposed to do any damage? Here, there we go. I'm helping. Kind of want to put this on Q, actually. Couldn't tell you why. I have a...
Dare to disturb these waters?
Pardon me.
Living water.
Pardon me. Apologies. Okay. um...
Living water. Bring them death.
Okay. Yeah, it's the old version of the fight. That's right. You sure you're not allergic? Yeah, I think I'm fine. I might have, I'm a ghost.
Do not run.
You know how ghosts make you sneeze. Oh, it was a better year. Mm.
Come in. The water's fine.
Yeah, I think my window for well, you know what? I might actually be able to compete with the Demon Hunter if I do some work here. I wonder if I have Havoc. Alright, not quite. Let's summon an imp. What's my imp's name?
Peer into these waters and my reflection.
Can I loot anything? It's a time walking dungeon, so presumably there's going to be like loot.
Claim me.
My imp's name is Pazam. There he is. There we go. Loot. 5 time warped badges. Good old season 1 is back. Even if you developed a cat hair allergy late in life, Kira would still stay. Oh yeah. I would, if necessary, I would take pretty great steps, I think, to continue living with and around cats, even with an allergy, if it came to that. But I had a cat allergy early in life that I grew out of and/or just kind of got over somehow. So, it would be really rude if if one of them resurfaced or if it came back. Would I cut off my nose? Well, it's not face biting time yet. Man, Rain of Fire doesn't dot everything up with Conflagrate. This isn't a Shadow Priest. What's the point? Do I have Havoc? Nope. Must not be spec'd into it. I'm a one button boy.
Your forces are weak.
Alright, this should be
The heart
a
of
little more
the
reasonable.
great serpent will
What does
not
this button do?
fall into your hands.
Singe magic. Oh yeah, that's my imp thing. So that's a dispel.
Jade serpent, grant me strength.
We're gonna use this button. It's comfier.
The
Yeah, if you can get a
cycle
Chaos
must
Bolt or two
continue.
in there, you can do a
The
little bit of
Jade
damage.
serpent must be reborn.
That'll do. Nothing says he has to carry.
Be free of doubt, priestess. The haze has been lifted from my eyes.
Would I also use imp for Spec? Oh, you must be asking somebody that knows. I would imagine it's kind of the same thing. Like, if you need a kick, then you take the kick. But otherwise, little damage. Am I going to recustomize my imp? I kind of like this little old... I mean, I don't want to call him little and old, but, you know, he's an imp. I'm sure he insults me all the time. Do I have any DPS cooldowns that I can really do here? Not really? Okay.
Succumb to the darkness inside your soul.
I remember this. Oh, I never made health stones for anybody! Oops. Yeah, I'm very much playing this as a very, very, very elementary version of it. You know. 1 button, 2 button, good enough. Is that the dungeon done? Looks like it. We lost... Oh, no, we didn't lose the tank. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if people want to jank you, I'm down. That got him basically to... he's nearly 61. He's just like a hair off. So he's got his imp. Oh yeah, I'm gonna make a soul well. Just in case anybody wants a health stone. The only NPC I can think of that insults the player is the monk class hall mount. I feel like Xalatath must have said something uncomplimentary at some point, or at the very least something passive-aggressive. Although, I guess you could make an argument that a knife isn't an NPC. New imp looks like it has furry pants. It's great. Did you soulstone the healer? Nah. I soulstone myself. Here, we'll soulstone the healer. What? Gotta make sure that I make it in. There we go. There's the level. Found hard to heal range DPS in my evoker. Any advice? I tend to echo them manually and then just aim the rest of my stuff at the pack of people. So I might echo the range that's way out far and then use my Verdant Embrace on myself to like soulbind us together. Honestly, if it's somebody that's insisting on standing really crazy far and they're dying, then I just kind of let them. And then they'll notice, and then maybe they'll be like, oh, maybe I should stand. Because, you know, it's not that they have to stand right in front of me at all times, but there's you know, if you're out of range of a healer, that's a problem no matter what healer it is. But yeah, I will manual target echoes onto them, generally speaking, and then just kind of think about, you know, sometimes I'll just chuck them like an echo double reversion, or just make sure I have an echo on them for every spirit bloom with the set bonus. If you have your tier set. Silent Star Cloak tries to give you delusions of grandeur, which is intriguing. That's kind of cool. DPS just chosen not to receive heals. Respect their decisions. Yeah. Reminding them in chat's probably good. I'm a maybe say something once kind of person, but if it's a pug, it's, you know, I don't really pug much in my evoker. Better for my sanity. Tried doing a quest or two my devoker. Excited for Og because I struggle with devastation. Holy moly. No one in my dungeon groups ever talks. I pretty much never, like, I not only don't talk, I also don't read chat in my dungeon groups, which will sometimes get me into trouble if they wanted like a lust or something from me. That's the one nice thing about boys. There's not a whole lot. You know, somebody might want like a cookie or like maybe a soul stone, but you know, we're time walking. No one's gonna need a summon, presumably, and can't lust. I guess I can battle res, technically speaking. A gate. Oh yeah, that would be a problem. Is that even on my bar? What's this? That's a summon Poke button. I can't gate, but would you like to see my Poke? Hi, kitty cat. Kitty, if you got a kitten, would you name it Poke? Would you call it Pokey? Hey. I'm coming. Wait for me. There we go. What is lust? Is it Bestial Wrath? No, it's Primal Fury, Primal Rage. It's a Ferocity Pet ability. If you have a Ferocity Pet out, you'll have access to it. Primal something. How many shards does this cost? Two shards. 2 little crystal thingies, and then I can Chaos Bolt. Whoa. I don't think you can get this transmog. It's a BlizzCon 2018. Is it 2018? BlizzCon either 18 or 17 reward. Looking for my spellbook? Yeah, you just have to have a Ferocity Pet out and then you'll have it. Old school players call it Hero. It kind of depends on whether you came up as Horde or Alliance, because the Alliance spell was Heroism and the Horde spell was Bloodlust, back when it was only shamans that could do it. And then of course now we have like Time Warp and whatever on Earth evokers do. I don't know what it's called, but you know, because of time and people get used to the words they have, you'll hear it called either Lust or Hero. It means the same thing. Yeah, Bloodlust I believe came first because shamans were Horde only first. Fury of the Aspects, aka Rainbow Lust. Aka, oh yeah, I can do that. It's because I always play with a shaman. I've got a shaman in basically all of my groups, so they just do it. I have gotten real spoiled by not having to take care of it. Somebody else going down? Yeah, somebody else is going down. Hi. boy in his PJs and backpack. I know, right? PJs, backpack, ladle. I'm actually surprised. I guess it made the backpack's pretty small, but I was a bit surprised that he could see his staff weapon, his staff transmog, and his back transmog with a backpack on. Sometimes the cloak mogs will overwrite it. Maybe the paw backpack is just small enough that it doesn't do that. Love his spoon. I'm pretty sure that's from Tuskar Soup. Oh, fire! I'm gonna use my cookie. Where's Commander Rymoth? There he is. I'm getting the hang of this a little bit. I wouldn't say wildly much, but you know, you get your little double. I remember a little bit. You get your little buff when you use a conflagrate that reduces your the cast time. So I'm pretty sure I don't want to hard cast a chaos bolt without that. You spend a couple thingies. Yeah, good enough. Raid team kindly informed me that I, as a Shadow Priest, do not have a lust ability when I panicked, and I thought I had not done what they asked when you lust on pull. Aw. Just got the Karak to drop. Congrats, Zoldak. That's fantastic. Angel21SE with a 30-month resub. Welcome back. Thank you very much. You can and should Chaos Bolt, even if you don't have the proc. But it'll take so long. I don't want to. Owie. Alright, Ray gone. Because, like, as long as I'm not going to cap on charges, you know? Like... do the damage. Suck up the cast time. Did somebody go to his face? Yeah, there's somebody up there. Good. No, leave me alone. Leave me alone. There we go. We did it. Oh, we're losing our DPS. I got a ring, I got a neck piece, I got some shoulders. I have a point to spend. I should probably do that, especially if I can get a capstone. I wonder which one I'm supposed to have. That seems passive. I'll take that. Be a true lock. Complain whenever you have to move because you're going to die of old age before the Chaos Bolt finishes. Oh, I am really... I don't know if funny is the right word. I'm awful when I'm a DPS because when I'm a healer, I'm, you know, used to it and that's kind of what I normally do. So I'll, you know, do mechanics and move around and I'll, you know, dodge this, dodge that. Use a cooldown here, bada bing, bada boom. And then I'm a DPS and I'm like, if I plant, I can do more damage. And isn't that why you brought me here? And I'll just stand still. And sometimes I don't move because I didn't see the thing coming because I was spending too much effort trying to do my rotation. And sometimes I don't move because I saw the thing coming and I thought, I can live that. That's fine. That's good. That's character building damage, is that cone attack that's incoming. Stand in all the fires. They will heal me, surely.
Ooh, crashing, ooh, party.
I wonder if we can get boy leveled all the way up today. I don't know how realistic that is, because he's going to run out of rested at some point.
Get Ookie party started!
Oh, wait.
Come on!
The height of irony in myself, where I'm the worst as caster, even though my HPL was originally a caster. I'll need a respectable DPS as a melee. I don't know how melee survive anything. Anytime I try to play one, there's dangerous things that happen in melee, and as a ranged, I pretty much never learn about them unless they have a long enough, you know, range to smack me. So if I ever have to be up in melee, all of a sudden there's all kinds of like frontals and whirlwinding mobs and little underground thing, underfoot things that you have to not step on. And it's like, I thought the whole point of being a melee was to close your eyes and swing wildly. You get used to it? I suppose so. If I was there before the fire, why should I be the one to move? Yeah, that fire came to where I lived and decided it had a problem. That's why I play a tank. You get healing priority, have things to deal with incoming damage. Hazel. Hi, Seventh Saga. How are you doing today? Have you guys seen how this cat's just like hanging out with me while I'm leveling? Hey. You got a little purr going on too. Uh-oh. Do damage with one hand. Chaos Bolt only needs one hand. Cat needs other hand. This is peak gaming, right? Like, I'm a fully optimized gamer right now. If you've ever seen somebody not move, they're probably just petting a cat. Sounds like a euphemism, but there's an actual cat. Kitty, what are you doing? Did I get my book this week in the vaults? Hello. No. I looked. I went and I used my ability and I craned my head up and I found nothing. I found the other 2 books again, so maybe next week. One day I'm going to find it and I'm going to be in absolute disbelief because so far, as far as I'm concerned, it doesn't exist. A euphemism for what? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Pretty sure I'll get the Rashok trinket one day, about a week or 2 before the next tier. Oh, I'm so sorry. My experience with pugging normal Abras in my alts was that you would have... It would be kind of hard to pick up healers mid-fight if you were... or mid-raid if you were losing them, but once you got to Rashok, there were just hella healers trying to come in and do just that one. And then they would all leave. Like, it was really... You'd have to get new healers to do Skarn after that because healers would just come just for Rashok. Yeah, it's BIS for everybody. It's so good. I was real lucky to get a heroic one relatively early. I saw Havoc show up, but I don't think I pressed it. I don't think I have it.
Too bitter. Just a drop of honey and a cane of sugar.
Is it passive in something? I haven't read any of my buttons, really. I am operating on an extremely dated version, a basic and dated version of how this used to work. Come with a red orb hovering on your shoulder? Yeah. Amy Star, thank you for the 7-month resub. Cats give Warlock damage bonuses. It is known.
No.
It's a passive option. I must have that then.
No. Peppers.
Peppers. Single target spells have a 35% chance to apply havoc to a nearby enemy. Sick. Increases the base duration. Mayhem has an extra chance to trigger each time your spells duplicate. Oh. So I don't even have to do anything. This is excellent. I'm sure it's not as good as manually controlling it, but for my purposes right now, that's fantastic. All right, let's go.
Nothing will stop me now. Not when I'm so close. Maybe if I don't look at it.
Yeah, beat the tank. That'll do. Basically lazy havoc. Nice. I am currently level 62. We lost our tank though, so it's probably time to go do some questing. 62 from what was that? 3 dungeons? 2 dungeons? Something like that? Might have been 3. I know we did Temple of the Jade Serpent, and I know we did... yeah, it was 3, because we did Temple, we did Wall, and then we just did that one. Alright, I had purchased some bags I was going to pop into my inventory here, but he's already a 5th of the way there. If that's... yeah. More or less. Should I dump his old deep sea bags in his bank? That sounds like it would be the case. AV Weekend a viable way to level? That's a good question. I don't know. Frustrated to learn that add-ons can't do friendly nameplates. Had to try default friendly plates, which would be fine if I could configure them. Yeah, I kind of hate default friendly plates, but they do the job well enough. I wouldn't say dying, but I am in eager anticipation of whenever they get around to redoing nameplates, just in the UI in general, because they know they need to. I know they need to. They must have their reasons. I'm sure they're going to get there eventually. I'm sure there's a reason they're doing the fatigue and the breath bar moving first. It must be difficult in some way, but yeah, those friendly ones are a little in need of some love. They're not wildly eyeball friendly. Should I get into queue for another one? Do I like doing dungeons? I want to try a little bit of questing, but I imagine I might need to I want to try a little bit of questing, but I might need to wait in a queue anyways for some time walking. It's a pretty good experience. I don't really want to do Battlegrounds. Ironically, friendly nameplates have no friends in the current form. Hate how skinny and long they are. Can't read them because I'm basically blind. They're not very readable. They're heavily shaded when they really don't need to be. And then if you actually want names on top of them, those aren't wildly readable either. Yeah, Tuskar Rep has the paw backpacks. They also have little fish bags. Now, is this the correct boat? This looks more promising. This looks like the Rugged Dragon scale.
Proudmore's finest. At your
The
service.
Relentless. No, you're not. You're tricking me. How long until the Rugged Dragon scale? Yeah, no, that's a trick boat. This is the wrong boat. I'm pretty sure I did that during Dragonflight launch. I'm pretty sure I took the wrong boat on some character or another when I was getting them out there. It couldn't have been my main, because my main definitely, like, they patched a portal in because they were having trouble getting the boats to work when Dragonflight first launched. Yeah, I don't need these things. I hope I got some transmog for them. At least for the shoulders. Can I buy some cheap leveling food? That sounds like fun. Consumables. Food. I wonder if I can eat any Dragonflight food yet. Deviled eggs require level 70. There is some food that requires 65. Which we're getting there. But that's just like food and drink and stuff. I want buff food. I want level 60 plus Dragon Isles buff food. I guess I can scroll down here. Or I can say level range. 50 to 60. Feast of Gluttonous Hedonism. Wasn't that last expansion? I guess this is just going to be, yeah, Stone Soup. That's just Shadowlands food. Season, no. What kind of a buff could I get? Not that I know what kind of stats I want, but like, sometimes there's like really cheap Dragonfly cooking. Okay, yeah. Basilisk eggs would give Agi. Hopefully Healthy gives Stam. Which one of these is going to give me Int? Cheese and Quackers? Nope. Dracthyrussians? Nope. Probably Protein? There we go. Thrice Spiced Mammoth Kebab. Dragonflight cooking. 8 intellect for an hour. Give me a stack of that. I will be the single person that is eating the Mammoth Kebab with an A. Sometimes they spell food weird, and I can't tell if they're trying to make it WoW or they've just made a typo. 10.1 is already out. 10.15 doesn't have a date yet, precisely, just as Ujai said. Does the Bear Tartare work? I don't know. I feel like they killed it. I think Bear Tartare is dead. Unless they unkilled it. Ah, all the things. How could you? Don't make me turn you off. I'll do it. Hours of frustration trying to get Plater to configure them. Couldn't figure out why they were re-enabling every time, even though I had them turned off in Plater. Yeah, I actually have that as well. Mine re-enable even when I manually disable them, and I'm pretty sure that's something to do with my Plater profile. I don't know, though. It's not that big of a deal. I can just kind of click them off again when I need to. At least I still have the thing. Go to auto. Okay. Because on my Evoker, I actually do want them all the time. And I'm too lazy to set up multiple things. Auto toggle friendly nameplates in dungeons. Raid. You know what? Plater, just don't worry about it. I'll turn them off. Ta-da! Looking at Plater options makes me insanely tired. I did it off stream, but I remember being on Mechagon when the Dragonflight pre-patch... Was I in Mechagon? Yeah, I was. I must have been farming Rustfeather or something. Dragonflight pre-patch came out. Yeah, because Mechagon was not Shadowlands. Dragonflight pre-patch came out, and I needed to set up my UI, and KUI nameplates at the time was broken. It was kaput. It was not working.
We Drakthir would rather fly home than ride a wooden vessel as it drifts upon the waves. To accompany your expedition, so
I've never listened to this voice acting before. Oh my gosh. If you say so. Better late than never today. I was looking forward to boy leveling. Welcome. We're at 62 from a couple of... We did 3 time walking dungeons. And I spent a little time getting him all set up. He's Destro. He's got his little go outfit on. Got a little paw print backpack. Wendigo woolies, that kind of thing. Not even that hard to configure, just a lot. On that pre-patch day, I was already kind of fried because I was trying to like get set up in time for like raid or something. I was mad that all my add-ons were broken. I was trying to like configure the rest of my UI at the same time, and then I just desperately wanted friendly nameplates that would work. So I installed Plater, and then I'm like, why are they being all weird? And then I decided to wage war with it. I feel like whenever I get really overwhelmed by an add-on like that, I get either a fight response or a flight response, where I'm either gonna panic, give up, and turn it off altogether and throw it out, or I'm gonna take it as a personal offense. I'm gonna take it as a personal challenge, and I'm gonna make a cup of tea, and I'm gonna sit down, and I'm gonna figure that thing out. It's one of those 2 responses, and in this case, I just figured it out. Hi. It took me a while though.
Looky there, Wildfeather.
And then I start streaming with it, and people go, "Oh, where did you get your Plater profile?" And I'm like, "Oh, geez, people probably just import Plater profiles." I did not have to do that, because I didn't set out to make one because I wanted to be special. I just kind of thought you had to. I didn't know that it was like a WeakOr situation where people just like pop them in. But you know, the good news is that I like it the way I have it, so we made it. You know, it's been good. Hi.
focus. Obsidian warders, stay alert on approach.
You're perfect. Don't change anything. Unless you want to. Yeah, I got the character name Boy. There's a clip of it happening too. I was demonstrating a new feature in determining whether or not a name was taken, and I used Boy because I wanted to demonstrate what a taken name looked like, because I figured it must be taken. And then it showed me that it was available, so I took it. And then that's how he came to be a male gnome warlock. I mean, I could barbershop him and make him female if I want to, but it was just a random template character that I was using. I hadn't really thought much about it. Okay, we're here. I need a pet. I think for questing, I'm gonna do the old-fashioned thing and get a Voidwalker out. If my imp was Pazam, I've forgotten what my Voidwalker name is. Also, I need to kill this Goblin WeakOr. It doesn't even happen anymore. Oh yeah, he's Zegnagma. He's that's a good name. All right, Goblin. Goodbye. Get out of here. There we go. Cool. Okay, so I'm in queue for a dungeon. I'm in some form of a modern spec, and I'm questing. I think my main thing is just gonna be do whatever you want. I'm gonna actually oh, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna spend all of these. So you get your Dragon Glyphs account-wide, but you have to manually spend them, which seems so silly when there's only like 2 actual choices and everything else you just have to fill out. I'm sure there's an add-on that helps with this, but it's like a once per character problem. And this one. Because otherwise what always happens is I'll mount up on a dragon riding mount, and then I'll be like, wait, why do I only have 3 vigor? This is awful. You forget what it was like. Should he be a Slither Drake? A Slither Drake boy. That seems kind of reasonable. Yeah, he can be a Slither Drake boy. I think he looks nice. I want to go poke my head up at the Wingrest Embassy to go get some profession training before I come back so that I can start getting skill ups for my mining and herbalism. So if I just pop in here, and you know, I can pick up a few more quests too. So you are blacksmithing. Mining is nearby, yeah.
Great to meet you.
So
You got my
you
attention.
can give me Dragon Isles mining. And then herbs around here too. I've seen it. I've done this enough times now. I'm getting the hang of it. Here's a flight path.
What do you want?
I'm just going to pick up any and all quests, and then I'll do whichever ones feel convenient.
Together, we'll see our way through this.
Herbalism. You look like an herbalist.
My
Yeah.
goods are crafted with great care. Travel safe.
I will do
Was I making a video about the starter aisle? I don't think so at the time. I think I was demonstrating on stream. It's a good blueberry.
Anaria Shola.
I am curious to play around. Once 10.15 comes out, I'm curious to go to the barbershop and play around. I guess I'll still be able to, like, I might need to buy some glyphs, but play around with the different warlock pet customizations. So now that I've got all that training, I should be able to. I'm kind of curious as to what the experience looks like. Should be able to just, like, pick some flowers. Oh, I need minion nameplates. Here. Options. Names. I end up turning these on and off as needed. Here we go. Because, yeah, I want to pick flowers, and I want to see how good the experience is. I am at 56% of my level. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, I saw the Havoc pop up, and I'm like, is that mine? I'm the only warlock in this group. 57. So, yeah, like 1% maybe with rested and the experience buff and everything. Are you guys done? No, you're not done. I think I'm dramatically overestimating my blueberry's desire to kill things for me, or ability. I've taken to Waking Shores questing the most. Not because it's the best questing, but I think just because it's where you start. And I have a tendency to just stay here until I find a good reason to leave. So I've done these early quests like a handful of times, enough times to feel like I at least have some idea of where I'm going. I wouldn't say memorize the cave entrances, but I'm a little faster than they used to be. I wonder if this will cause problems for me. Okay, let's bolt. Yeah. I do the same when bringing a new alt to the Isles. Yeah, it's not slow leveling, but I still haven't really nailed down like my favorite way to get characters from 60 to 70, as evidenced by the fact that I pretty much don't do it. I have, 5 60s that are just chilling. There's a node. Oh, it's up on the rock. That's where it is. There we go. Skalamon's time. Do the circuit dragon racing quest. That's pretty good gold making. Let's get this. Yeah, for one character, I did it largely on the back of dragon racing, rock climbing, and cataloging quests because I didn't want to actually... Why did I pick up this quest? I didn't really want to do any combat on the character. And, it was fine. I wouldn't say it was fast, though. I don't think the experience was nearly as fast as it would have been if I had just, leveled it the same way I leveled characters when the expansion first came out. Pick a zone, run around till there's no more quests to do. I think that you could probably go all the way to 70 in one zone doing that. I think you would not run out of quests. There's so many. Am I stuck or I'm just caught on the railing. Looks like somebody else is doing damage. That's good.
I can never die. I'll see you after class.
Uh-oh. Did we lose our healer? Oh dear. Oh, I should have soul stunned. Here, I'll make a little soul well. And then once they come back, I can soulstone them back up. Robot vac frustrates me. The path it chooses, so inefficient. I envy Boy for his onesie so much. Isn't he cute? What if the AI is just trying to lure you into a false sense of security by demonstrating, you know, fake ineptness? It's sandbagging. Your vacuum robot is throwing. Here, we're gonna chuck one of these over there, more or less. Yeah. I'm surprised Kitty Cat's still here. Usually she'll hang out with me for, I don't know, what, a half an hour at the top of the stream and then sit in the chair and then be like, you know what, it's nap time, I'm going back to bed. I am a crepuscular creature. I sleep during the day. She's got 18 hours of sleep to do. Gotta fit it in sometime. There is a kitty cat? Yeah, there's a kitty cat. You do look like you're getting tired. You can go back to bed, honey bun.
Feeling a bit dizzy.
As far as I know, there's no good way to do this. There's just try a lot and hope for the best. That's unlucky. There we go. She wants you to turn on the shower. We've done that already today. I did a little run and shower before breakfast. May have to do an alt purge. I realized I would rather have multiple classes that I like rather than try to have every new combo.
Friends of yours, boss?
Yeah. I still have yet to decide how important it is to me to have one of everything. I think that sometimes I think I might just prefer to have duplicates of the classes that I like and then none of classes that just don't really do anything for me. I think that it makes me feel more, I don't know, spread a little less thin. It's not like I need to, I guess I just need to kind of make specs for my alts that are kind of like Boy's spec here, where he's got like 4, maybe 5 buttons. You know, it doesn't need to be perfect. It just has to be mildly functional. They're basically just leveling and then like farming Nighthold or whatever. Speaking of farming Nighthold, I don't know when we're gonna farm Nighthold this week. Weekend, I suppose. Weekend starts tomorrow. It's gonna be Saturday tomorrow already. What are you guys doing for your weekend? I want to go out, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. Back running. I've been running for a bit. Off and on. I'm not pushing myself super hard. I'm taking it pretty easy. I figure right now getting out there is the victory. So I don't need to run myself into bits. Hides the 30 priests rolled up in various realms. 30. Yeah, she doesn't fall much. Every now and then she'll put a foot wrong, but she usually catches herself. And I've seen her, if she does start to fall, she can abort pretty safely. She's good at landing on her feet.
Did you forget?
She sometimes will forget where the edge of the bed is when she's up on my bed, and she'll not fall off the edge, but she'll make a slightly disgraceful exit.
Now turn your lovely rune blades on our guests.
Marathon when? I don't think that's gonna be my thing. I don't think I feel a need to run marathons. I think I'm happy just kind of jogging in the morning sometimes.
I can feel her will breaking. Her soul burns.
I put on a different playlist every single time. I think I've figured that if I find the perfect thing, then that'll be the running playlist, but I just haven't found it yet, so I put on a different one on every single time.
What?
Die, necromancer!
The bones. You rat.
Oh, transmog. I didn't have that mod yet. I am shocked by how much Mog I still don't have from like these old dungeons. I kind of figured that I've played stuff for long enough and I've leveled enough characters, and especially on Cloth, it's very surprising to me that I don't have that like sorted already, you know? Every time I fall, I will now say, I just made a slightly disgraceful exit. Cat's very cautious about getting down things, takes her time. When Miss Kira here started doing that, started being really careful about getting down from places, that was actually one of the first signs that her vision was starting to go. When she stopped confidently jumping and she started like kind of like stretching a paw down and trying to climb down from things that were not that high up, that was the first sign that her eyes weren't doing so good anymore. But you adapt real good, huh?
If
You get around.
come to study, I'll use you to teach
Got my parent from the trading post. Congrats, Individ. Why doesn't doing time walking count as a heroic? I know, right? That would be kind of nice. Doing 5 of each is a bit of a heavy lift. Hey, I won! Look at me go! I got my damage up a tiny bit. Woo! Although, sometimes your damage is exactly the same as it's always been. It's just a question of whether or not the other people in the group are what they're playing. Consume no soul shards, have its cast time. Yeah, that sounds like fun. I don't know if that's a good... I'm just making this up. Think I'm gonna skip the 5 heroics this week. I think I'm just going to embrace the leveling. I'm going to embrace the experience buff. I'm going to embrace the out leveling, and I'm not going to worry so much about making sure that I've done my weekly stuff on the characters I was gearing, because I'm pretty happy with where they're at. And I think it's okay to just like put them down for a minute, take a little break, and it's going to be a 75-second queue. I'm just going to sit. I'm just going to wait. I'm just going to kind of keep. Spam time walking adults for free mop rep. 8 exalteds away from 100. Oh, you're so close. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. Hi, Hazel. Happy Friday. Thoughts on possibly being able to buy trading post tender. I'm not going to do it, but it doesn't ruin my day that they're going to let people do it. Is more or less where I've come down on it. I think it's just one of those things that... like buying WoW tokens that's kind of going to be there, and yeah, it's going to help Blizzard print money. But it's just going to be a bit of a non-issue for me. Opinion on Warlock specs. Opinion on Warlock specs. I picked Destro because I wanted something easy to level with because I'm not in the mood to learn anything right now. I'm not saying Destro is easy, but I think just for the sake of leveling damage, you can get it rolling with not too many buttons. I always liked AF just because I like dot specs, and I don't fully understand demonology, but I don't have recent experience with any of those. This is the first time I'm playing a warlock since Shadowlands. Traders tokens being cosmetic only stuff makes it just whatever for me. Yeah, I think it falls kind of in the same range of them adding new things to the shop. Except that there is a way for you to get some amount of it, for free for playing. And then I think it's entirely possible that they continue adding more things that I want than I can afford with my free tender. But as long as they make good on their promise that things rotate back around eventually, I think it's okay. I think I'm at this point in my WoW collecting career, I have let go of the need to have everything. And I'm just kind of happy to get whatever seems reasonable to get and then enjoy the thing. I'm less about must have everything and more about what's the next thing I could get. And that's helping a lot. I think if I still felt obligated to get everything that was possible for me, then that would stress me out a lot because I wouldn't be able to do that without spending money probably. Or, ludicrous amounts of gold to buy WoW tokens, to buy tender, you could sort of convert gold into tender by means of tokens. Zooming back to an old topic, I now have an undead warlock named Death's Door because that name was available. Lightbringer makes you get creative. Doing a deliberately expensive month in the trading post to strong arm people into buying. Yeah, it's just a question of what do you feel is going to separate you from your money? Is there... What do you feel like you need versus what do you feel like you can wait for to have at a later date? It's a personal thing for everybody to think about. But them adding cosmetics that are available primarily for money is definitely not a new thing. It's just something we had kind of hoped wouldn't be part of the trading post, and then, yeah. Can fly great, that's my spell. Excuse me. Oh, poor boy.
One Hathak will show all why they are the true.
Got the name Pawn for the priest ultim leveling. Oh, that's cool. I like that a lot. Strawberry season in Ontario. Do you like berries out in BC? Mm-hmm. Strawberries are happening. I got some of those in my fridge. Raspberries are growing away in my little raspberry pot on my balcony. I'm excited about that. Blackberries are starting to show up in stores. Is berry time. I mostly, if I'm buying fruit, unless it's like really on sale because it's in season, I buy a lot of frozen fruit, and then I'll use it in like smoothies or I'll cook it into oats or something like that, just for economy's sake. But sometimes when it's fresh and in season, it can get affordable. Sometimes. Right, Girls Gaming, thank you for the 37-month resub. Very much appreciated.
Your clan is the most desperate. It must have been you.
The Wendigo feet bring me endless amounts of joy. I'm sure I would still be having fun if he was wearing something else, but this is pretty good.
A well-scripted exchange, but we are not fooled.
I think she wants me to go back to bed with her, and it's just can't happen today. It's only 10 o'clock. It's not time for a re-sleep. Totem the Shaman. Cast the Mage. Oh, I like Bash the Warrior. That sounds fun. I'm feeling like my Rain of Fire doesn't do as much damage as I want it to. I'm feeling like maybe I should just be Chaos Bolting. For the soul shards that it spends. I guess it's generating fragments, but it also costs 3 soul shards. I don't have an interrupt. Do I even have Shadow Fury? I do have Shadow Fury. Here we go. Maybe I'll start doing that more. I'll be helping. Should I dismiss my pet, or is it just gonna snap down to me? I don't know if my imp's gonna summon. Oh, for a second I thought it was too short. Let's see. Imp, you want to snap down? Or are we about to have a party? It's gonna pull. It's gonna pull. Honestly, I don't know where he went. I think he's dying. He's way up there. He's on his way. Yeah, there he goes. There he goes. On my hunter, I have like a really convenient and handy oh, he died. That's fine. On my hunter, I have a really convenient and handy whatchamacallit, macro. Also, I'm gonna soulstone my healer. And maybe make a soul well just in case anybody wants one for later. Oh dear. To dismiss my pet just for moments like that, but I guess I could have right-clicked dismissed it. That would have worked. I'm just trying to help you guys parse level XP. There we go. Achievements. Can't be mad at that. I mean, you can. Nice. That'll work. Good enough. Nobody noticed, right? Right? Oh dear. Remade my entire alt army last week. Made one character of every race. Time to grind. Oh, you got your work cut out for you. It's kind of a cool shield. I think that's a BFA, or not a BFA. Shadowlands, like a Kyrian looking thing. It's a neat mug. Oh, it's like Van Cleef, but with a shield. Oh, is that a Van Cleef costume? It is a Van Cleef costume. I'm like, man, you have perfectly mogged Edwin Van Cleef. That's incredible. Oh, well. Oh, we're doing this the old-fashioned way. So he's already... Oh, he's 63 and a half now. Yeah, leveling's going pretty fast. I can't say that too much of it is due to my, experiences of, questing in the Waking Shores, but I guess I haven't turned in any quests yet. Maybe after this dungeon, I think I'll take a break from queuing for a little bit to do a batch of quests and see how that experience feels. There we go, I used Shadow Fury. I'm helping. Dragonlands is Titan looking? Oh. Let me see. You're probably right. Shield of Blind Hate. Oh no, it's a different shield. It's a different power. I was looking at this one. Shield of Stone Watcher's Buckler. Yeah, it's not even mounted. You're right. It's just a level 226 shield. Because yeah, they're 67. They're leveling too. Good place to gear up a level 62. I would just get to 70 before you worry about gearing. If you have upgraded heirlooms, you can pop those on and they will continue to scale all the way to 70 if you've bought the upgrade items for them. But aside from that, you can, you'll get upgrades from quests, you'll get upgrades from world quests in the Dragon Isles. You can probably buy some cheap BOEs or crafted gear in the auction house that you can take a look for. But you'll, I wouldn't worry too much about gear until 70 unless you really find yourself unable to do enough to level. Cool. Thank you. I am outie, as the belly buttons say. See a lot of people leveling now. We've got this awesome experience bonus. Oh, I'm flying. We've got a little XP buff for the Diablo event that lasts until July 11th. So I'm going in on. I'm level 64 and 18%. However, he is going to run out of rested at some point. We'll see how much that slows him down by. I am going to spend a talent point. What kind of talent point do I want to spend? Drain life channels faster. Health drops below 35%. Soul shard you spend has a chance to be refunded. That sounds good. Sounds pretty nice. Okay, I am going to be right back, and then I'm going to do a little batch of questing and see how fast that feels. Alrighty. Let's see. I'm going to hide my details, clean up my sidebar here. What is this tracking? This is tracking supplies of the Undying Army. I'm going to not do that. I do not care. Take that away. There we go. That fits a little better. And then Pazam, you are on vacation. We're getting Zagnagma back out. Yeah, Kitty's I think gone to bed. I think it's time for her midday nap. we're gonna sit more or less normally, like an adult with feet and legs. And I'm gonna use I want to do all of it. So let's keep rescuing specific people. I'm gonna try and do this, I don't know about efficiently, but with some degree of getting it done. Here, I'll do a little of this. Maybe a little Shadow Fury. Yeah. I've got Healthstone charges I can use if I need them. I could even Soulstone myself in a few minutes. Oh, and I ate my food, that's true. I got myself 28 extra stamina and 10 extra intellect for eating some mammoth kebabs, so we're happy about that. I think it might be worth to continue getting mining nodes, maybe? We'll see. I might do more time walking later on, but for now I want to see how good the leveling is. BOA gear isn't a thing now, not with experience bonus. I am wearing heirlooms. They don't give a direct experience bonus anymore, but what they do is they reduce the rate that your rested experience is consumed. They also have a couple of other benefits for like out of combat health regen, and you get this proc whenever you level that gives you like a huge main stat buff for a couple of minutes. And then it's nice to have them scale with you so that you're still wearing relevant gear every level. You don't have to be like, oh geez, I haven't replaced these bracers since, level 45. I mean, we do actually, bracers aren't an heirloom slot, but I am still wearing them. I do still find them useful, but they're not going to give you a direct experience buff anymore. I just like that you can put them on and you can transmog them. And then your transmog isn't going anywhere, like you're not going to... Your transmog is not going to get... You're not going to have to keep remogging every time you get a new piece of gear. It's that one, isn't it? Oh, I see. I can Oh. What am I doing? Getting upgrades is fun. Yeah, that's what level 70's for. I like the heirlooms. I feel happy with my choice to put some gold into getting them upgraded to scale. Especially because you just need one set of each armor type and then you're set. You don't have to do every heirloom ever. I see, there's like a... Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Leveling and time walking really fast. Forgot Warlock pet glyphs give you other pet names. Pleasantly surprised to learn that my Fellim's name is Wickle. For a moment I misread that as Wilkie. Wilkie Wilkinson. You can scale heirlooms all the way up to 70 if you buy sufficient upgrades for them. Which actually, if you're time walking, don't forget you can buy heirloom upgrades with time warp badges. So if you don't need your time warp badges for anything else, then don't be shy about buying those gear upgrades. I wonder if this is a good idea. I guess I'll see how much experience this gives. A little intro rare. Oh, that was a non-proc chaos bolt. I didn't like it. Didn't feel good. It's boy! Hi, Hazel. Hello. It's boy leveling day. We're already up to 64. We started him this morning, an hour and 20 minutes ago at a flat 60. We are nearly halfway there. I've been doing some time walking leveling, getting a feel for what it's like with DPS queues and standard issue amounts of damage. Oh, I forgot to look and see how much experience that was. Oh well. I got a centaur hunting trophy and a little bit of dragon scale expedition rep. Oh, also there's a flower in here. I need that. Yeah, it's pretty juicy. I think I'm actually gonna get all these 60s to 70 in this event without a whole lot of trouble, and then I can start a couple new characters. Yeah, maybe I'll make one of each class. So I'll need a paladin, I'll need a demon hunter. Ugh, I'll need a demon hunter. I'll need get a death knight up. What else? I've got a rogue at 60 already. Oh, a monk. What monk spec am I going to play? That's a later me problem. I don't need to figure that out right now, but I will want to make a monk. Yeah, I want to turn these guys in now.
I am honored to make your acquaintance, Syndrax.
I love having Leatrix Plus on leveling alts for the auto quest turn in. you don't think it's going to take you that much time to click on like the complete quest button or the accept quest button, but it really feels like it adds up when you're doing enough of them. It's just a click, but it's a click that happens over and over and over again.
Do you need my help? Yes. I had expected Major Domo Solistra and
I was thinking to level Monk and Lock. Prop Pelly's fun, outdoor questing, leveling.
But
I had thoughts about leveling a Blood Elf Paladin. I just think I must not want one very badly because I keep not making it. I just haven't gotten around to doing it. Oh, I should put those boots on. Those are a big upgrade. These other slots are heirloom, but the boots were actually good. Okay.
Ready to serve.
The Isles welcome you.
And then I am perfectly happy to stay in the Waking Shores for the moment. Renown 3.
Welcome to the Dragon Isles. So you two were adversaries before leading this expedition together?
This one is a nice, easy do a cutscene and skip your cutscene and then do another cutscene and then skip your cutscene.
But Tori and I pursue incredible. The elements here surge.
Blood Elf Paladin Transmog set. Yeah, I think that's why. The Transmog set, I think, and there may be a mount or something. I think that's why I decided I was going to do it as a Belf. I think what I need to make is a boy Belf. I think that's what I need. I just wish they had the same customization options that female Belfs have. Lady Belfs can have like these really beautiful armband rings and like hand jewelry, and they haven't given that to the gentlemen. And I can't fathom why. What point do I stop experimenting, save metal for my blue alchemy gear? When you have the recipes that you want. When you have the recipes that you want. So if you feel like you've got all of them or you've got the ones that you're going to use. Blue alchemy gear is definitely important. As you continue getting rep with the Artisans Consortium, you're going to get a pretty good dump of metal every week. So you'll get it all together at some point. It's only very early on that you feel kind of bottlenecked by that. You're gonna have more metal than you can shake a stick at before you know it. Okay. And then me as well. Make this my home and then sign the arrival book. So boy, Netherlord boy, and then I have written today's date, hour, minute, and second. The purpose of my visit is my own. And that is enough. That is all you need to know. What would you say is the easiest way to get all the mounts? The easiest way to get all the mounts is to buy an account that has all the mounts. To look up the easiest way to get every individual mount and then do them all sequentially and or all at once. Play a lot of WoW. I have not played D4. Pretty much top-down WoW. I've heard people are really happy with it. People seem to really like it. It's cool. It sounds like a good game. Sound mounts are awful. Good luck with soundless. I'm working on letting go of my need to have all of the mounts. And it's making me a happier person, as long as I have something to do. And I've always got something to do. I think as long as I'm endlessly entertained by making alts, I'm going to have something to do in WoW. Need a Hazel mount off. It's too easy to... I mean, I guess I was going to say it's too easy to beat me, but then I thought, well, maybe it's not about me. Organizing events isn't really my forte. I barely check my messages to show up to events that other people have organized. Speaking of Blood Elf Paladin, I remember I did the quest for the Bloodforged polearm. Character does not exist anymore. Cannot be restored. Can I somehow still get it? I do not know. I do not know. It's a good question. Yeah, this is kind of fun. This is kind of a fun questing spec. Chaos Bolt looks cool. I'm happy with that. Oh, for a moment I thought Baron was fighting somebody already, but no, he's good. For a while, oh, we're dueling Barons. I forgot my title. I'm not wearing my name over my head because I'm a fool. My title currently is Baron Boy because I thought that was funny. There's a lot of titles that are fun with boy, but I Esteemed Boy I enjoyed because it seemed curious that, you know, a boy could have reached great esteem. But then Baron Boy was like a partial alliteration, and also he's Baron Boy. Options, names, my name. Certainly, there we go. It's the Battle of the Barons. I don't like his odds. If he was King Boy, he would be trying to replace Anduin. Is there a king title, or is that just a hypothetical? Because if there's a queen title, then I'm gonna need that. Find some way to get Hazel, and then finally do I want to be queen? I don't know if I want to be queen. Hypothetical. Queen Boy! Yeah, Talon Queen, that's true. Could he be Talon King Boy? I imagine so. That's probably a thing. I don't know if I would, but I think it must be. It would be funny if Talon Queen was gender agnostic and you could just be a Talon Queen on whoever. Talon King. So that's your next best bet. Okay. Finally, Boy gets some love. He's getting to 70 at least. I think that when I get him to 70, I'm gonna park him just like Honey Plum and wait for the great gear divvying out, and then he'll be set up to farm some mounts or something, but he'll at least be caught up to endgame level. And before the final patch of the expansion, it has often been the case that I haven't gotten around to leveling the rest of my max level alts until like the last patch. I'm pretty sure in Shadowlands I had level 50 characters or whatever it would have been for ages. And I ended up just deleting a bunch of them. I think that was part of the reason that I alt purged, was because I was like, I don't want to level these. What if I just delete them and then I don't feel like I have to? Okay, I've done all of that. I need a few more of these guys. So you, and then you guys, and then maybe like one more. If you could come over here and see me, please. Thank you. Elder Boy, Lunar Festival title. Yeah, he's got some options. He could be Chef Boy, he could be Salty Boy, he could be Abominable Boy, which is just fun to say. Abominable Boy, Bloodstale Admiral Boy, Blackwing's Bane Boy, Brewmaster Boy. I just like the alliterations, so I feel like I tend towards the B titles because I like I just love a good alliteration. Brewmaster Boy, Captain Boy. Crusader Boy! He could be a Demon Slayer Boy. The Warlock that's kind of grim. Kind of hardcore. Salty hard to get. I don't know if it's hard. It's kind of annoying. I got it a long time ago. I think it's one of those things that's more of a grind than it is difficult. It's just kind of a lot of time. I don't feel like it was too bad. Salty. Accomplished Angler? Is that for the Salty? Yeah, so you needed like... I finished that in 2016. I started a lot of it in like 2010, 2011. I finished fishing for coins, I guess, in 2014, and then I guess I did one that didn't get away, catching one of the rare fish in 2016. 2016 was like 7 years ago. It's kind of bananas.
May this brazier once more guide every peaceful denizen of Azeroth to these shores.
That's an elite dragon. How come you're... Sometimes I want a Ceravite and then there's not just a mob on it, but like a big elite mob, and it's just a regular Ceravite node. It's not worth it, so you walk away, but like...
Welcome to the Dragon Isles. We were trained to only use these signal flares if the situation is dire. But
why does it feel like alts have to be leveled? I won't play them once they're leveled.
Emergency.
It's just kind of like an incompleteness thing. It feels like having, I don't know, something pending. I tend to leave them for a long time for that same reason. I know I'm not really going to play most of them once they're max level. But over the years, I've kind of made my justification that it's nice to have them at level cap. And then maybe in like some kind of whatever the bare minimum catch-up gear is, just so that I can kind of throw them at old content and have them be a little more effective. Take advantage of some of the latest power. And then sometimes I have fun leveling them up, you know, revisiting everybody, giving them all fresh transmogs and stuff.
Incredible.
Now everyone is a Highland Tauren to finish the fishing tourney. What do they get? Is there like a teleport or something? Yeah, what does High Mountain Tauren give to help you with the fishing tournament? I'm curious. The nice thing about winning the fishing tournament for the salty thing is that you can also get yourself that heirloom ring that's really nice to have. This Dread Pirate ring has done me so much good over the years because you can. It's the second ring you can equip it in addition to a Ghost Pirate ring, and you know, contributes to your set bonus, gives you a little crit and haste. Can't be too mad at that.
You stand before the Black Prince.
We call the strong to protect the weak. Cadet Sendrax, escort the adventurer to Commander Lethenak outside Dragonheart.
I'm not going to worry too much about the artisan supply quests. I'm sure I'll pick up some salt and lava beetles along the way, and I don't want to go too far out of my way there.
Rathian and I will take to the skies and keep the Jarden contained inside Scalecracker Keep.
Oh. Huh. I don't know why I had some Veldragon supplies, but I'll take them. I got some Tearhold slippers, and then I also got some Cobalt Watchers bracers, which are actually a decent decent upgrade over those Zereth Mortis bracers, so I'll put those on.
I'm gonna miss all the fun.
If it only was Horde, you could be Boy the Manslayer.
Before we move on, Tuddy.
We
Boy
each have
the
a duty before us.
Manslayer. Oh,
by
man.
wing or by talon, see it done.
Yeah. Baron, does he want to continue to be Baron Boy? Fun guy boy? Elder boy. I mean, what is he right now? He's kind of on an adventure. He feels like he's on a field trip. He could be, the unrelenting boy. The prestigious boy. Zookeeper boy. I feel like you want to have the titles that go before your name for something like this. Abominable boy, because he's wearing like an abominable snowman kind of situation. He's got the Wendigo outfit on.
Do you need my help?
Plus he can be abominable boy. Sendrax, you know what? I'm gonna do this dragon race and then I'll get back to you.
It is a bright day with exceptionally favorable winds. A perfect day for a race.
Oh, default renewed proto-drake. It's because I got off my mount. Extra meat and fish. Oh. Interesting. I see, I see. Do you think Blizzard will eventually give us heirlooms to cover the last few slots? No. I think that they added heirloom slots. I don't know when they added them last, but like neck piece, I think. Neck piece and the pirate rings for the second ring slot were, as far as I know. I mean, they keep adding trinkets, but those aren't new slots. Those are just new items. Yeah, no, I think it's good. I think it's okay. I don't think that there's any need or even desire for them to. I'm sure some people want to, but I don't feel like I need to cover every slot. I think it's just nice having the majority of the moggable ones done. I could maybe do some heirloom. Nah, it's okay. Boots and belt and stuff, it's fine.
Nicely done. You and your
There's a
Drake
pet battle
are
over there I could do
exceptional.
too, actually. That would be pretty fast, because that got me 65 for doing that. I think if I have rematch on Summon Infernal. I'm not gonna do that though. I'm sure it's a great amount of damage, but I'm just not going to do it. What are all these things? Oh, those are Tuskar tackle boxes on my map. I forgot. I have a WeakAura that changes the color of the chests. The WeakAura is called Minimap Icons Color. And I was like, what are all those dark things? It's Tuskar tackle boxes. Does he have rematch turned on? No, he doesn't. I need to grab that. That'll help me out with this a lot. Pet battle scripts and rematch. Need to allocate an alt for Dragon Racing. Smelly boy title from Loam. Oh, I don't have that yet. I need to at some point do my at least Researchers Under Fire on my main, get like my batch of weekly loam rep on my main. I guess Researchers Under Fire plus my Sniff and Seeks, although I have the achievement for doing all the Sniff and Seeks, so it's something. But yeah, I'm renowned 18 and a bit with the Niffin, and I just gotta finish it, but I've really kind of run out of steam with it, I think. I have not been out there doing world quests or anything on my main. There's just too many other fun things to do. I had my headset off. Don't know if you saw this. Please earn Smelly so you can be Smelly Boy. Yeah, it's pretty good. That's pretty good. Bummed when they changed the set bonus for heirlooms. Yeah. I was too. I think I made my peace with it though. I think I'm fine with it. They nerfed leveling so much at the same time that I feel like I'm still leveling just as fast as I was before with the experience bonus. And having your rested last longer really does do a pretty solid amount of good if you've been full stacking rested on characters. I guess actually what I could do if I really wanted to be efficient, depending on how long I think it's going to take me to level, is once I run out of rested on Boy, I could park him in an inn and then get my other 60s up to 65 as well, so that he could regain some rested to use for the second half of his journey. But I don't know how much it's going to make a difference. I don't know how much that's actually going to matter. I guess I'll see once he runs out of rested how slow things start to feel. Because it would be nice to just kind of, you know, finish one at a time and not have to jump around between a bunch of incomplete options. I have Shadowlands Gathering enchanted on my gloves. Alright, Syndrax, you can walk me. You can't just tell me where it is, can you?
Dragonheart Outpost isn't far.
Don't know how people don't do alts. I can kind of see the other side of it, where there is a certain appeal to just having one character, and you play WoW, you log into that character, and it kind of narrows your scope to somewhat. You know, you're only really worrying about the two professions that you can have, plus like your secondaries, and if you're gonna do a rep, it's on that character, and if you're gonna farm a raid, it's on that character. There's something kind of nice and focused about only playing one that I could see the appeal of. But I have enough time, and it's fun to try out other classes, and there are enough things that are substantially easier to brute force if you have a lot of characters, such as mount farms, that I don't see a world where I could commit to just the one. I think I would run out of things to do. If my lifestyle changed, and I only had, like, if I had dramatically less time in which to play WoW for some reason, which would be weird for me because I could do this and say I'm working. But if my lifestyle changed and I could not play nearly as much WoW, I would maybe focus on just one character in that way so that I could feel like I'm falling behind a little bit less while doing it. I gotta turn dialogue sound off. You're, yeah, you can have at it. I only have brain meats available for keeping up with one character, maybe two. I feel that. Oh, there's thingies over here. I need stuff. Boy's gonna be rich. Plus, it's kind of fun to see him mining stuff. I almost don't want to get him profession equipment because once I get him profession equipment, he's gonna have his little miner hat and his miner backpack on every time. I guess, you know what? I could go talk to that toggle at the Ruby Life Pools area. The Ruby, whatever they call it, you know, that thing. There's an NPC there that lets you toggle whether you want to display your profession equipment, so I should probably just buy some. Let me see. He needs profession equipment for, let's do herbalism first, and we'll get him, we're gonna sort by price probably here, so we can get a 346 backpack. We can get a 326 sickle for 800. Or for 1,300, a 346 sickle. And then what about a hat? 346 gardening hat. 2,800 gold! Is that made by tailoring? I might be able to make that myself. I think I can make one of those. That's like all the gold that Boy has left. Boy is not a boy of means, you know? I have not mailed him a ton of gold. That's funny. Ding 63, congratulations. Congrats. Yeah, Yeah, I think this is, it's kind of more, it's a little bit more fun than time walking, but I think it is safe to say it is dramatically slower, even if you know what kind of quest you have and you're doing a little bit of gathering. Whisper. Hazel, would you support a petition to change the name of Rescue to Uppies? I think you could accomplish most of what you're looking for with like a yell macro. Every time you rescue. Up, up, up. Uppies. Come here. Let's go. Woohoo. Love how the Chaos Bolt is bigger than your entire character. Let me see this. Yeah, it is. You'd think he'd be consumed by it. That's how he really demonstrates his power. I'm gonna yeah you. We gotta save the whimpering whelplings. They're having a bad day. There's a treasure chest over there. I need that. It's got stuff in it. Poor babies. I'm kind of excited about whelp daycare. I'm gonna mess around with it at some point on PTR, assuming that I get the time to do that. I want to see what the deal is. I want to look after some whelps. Heard the doorbell. While I was running to pick it up, I fell, absolutely smashed my knee. Oh, I'm so sorry. That sucks. Our meat suits are so fragile. Oh, I got some good experience for that. That's nice. And then I think there's like a whelp that's upstairs. Yeah. I wonder if I can get away with not aggroing. Question is then, which one did I miss? I might have missed a downstairs one as well. No, it's over here. What is whelp daycare? That's what I aim to find out. It's a new feature coming in 10.1.5. There's going to be some kind of content that you can do that involves running a daycare for whelps, and there's a number of different whelp pets that you can get from doing it. Which makes it, on the surface sound less like a daycare and more like an abduction scheme, but gonna be a new thing for 10.1.5. Nickel Brett, thank you for the 7-month resub. Appreciate it. All right. It's time walking time. Mounts? Not that I know of. Possibly, but none that I'm aware of. There are mounts, as well as some phenomenal transmogs, though, from the new Time Rifts feature, which is another thing that I need to mess around with on the PTR. It's like outdoor content at the Tierhold Reservoir, and you can earn currency that you can get all kinds of cool stuff from like different eras, because it's like a, bronze dragonflight, wishy-washy, timey-wimey thing. Whatever the phrase is. But there's a whole bunch of mounts and some really, really cute pets that I'm looking forward to from that. As an ecologist IRL, I approve of this quest line. It's so cute. Love the types of quest chains where you can grow with them. Are those not always popular? I thought we all loved those. Yeah, the Legion Raptors, the Winter Spring Frost Saber, the Venomhide Ravasaur was my OG one. I got so emotionally invested in getting my Venomhide Ravasaur very early in my WoW days. I was playing a Troll Hunter, and that was going to be my baby. I suppose it still is. I suppose I have it still. $37.50. $37.50. Another lava beetle for the pile. Wibbly wobbly timey wimey. That's precisely the thing. Is that from Doctor Who? Is that a Doctor Who thing? Oh, heard complaints about time gating. Yeah, no, it's optional content for cosmetics. I feel like they can kind of make it whatever they want, and then if you don't like it, you don't have to do it. I think they've done an excellent job of making a nice variety of different sort of paces of grinds for the cosmetics, in recent zones, there's been... Oh, I thought my Voidwalker had a quest for me. There's been, you know, some that you're going to do via, you know, daily grinds, and some of them are going to be random drops that are pretty common, and some of them are going to be random drops that are pretty rare. Sometimes you're camping a rare that spawns every 20 minutes. Sometimes you're camping a rare that spawns never. Sometimes, you know, there's like lots of different kinds of different cosmetics farms that you can have. And I appreciate that. Shadowlands did a great job of that. There was like a nice variety of mounts. And none of them were crazy hard to get. Yeah, Soundless was BFA. None of the Shadowlands mounts I don't think were crazy hard to get, unless I'm misremembering. I might be. The pets, on the other hand, that flippin' bird, that gilded waiter that I ended up buying. Rude. Phone screen small. Is that Flabby? Yeah, it's Flabby. He's put himself together a resto time walking set, but he is for sure gonna out DPS me on it, so in resto spec, mind you. Oh dear. Violet mistake was annoying. Oh yeah. I just got lucky. I got lucky with that one. It didn't drop my first try, but I had done a handful of them, and I would 2-man it with Flabby. Like, we would 2-man summon the Violet Mistake one when there was nobody else around, so that there wasn't a lot of interference, because the fact that other people in the vicinity could just randomly interfere and could do so innocently. Like, not everybody that did that was trolling. A lot of them just didn't know, or they had a quest and they thought, hey, I can turn in the red one and get quest credit. Good job, me. And there's no reason for them not to think that. And then all of a sudden, everybody in the zone's yelling at them. They're like, what did I do? And they never come back. Bonehoof Torless. Oh, Tahanta. Oh, that's true. That one just didn't want to drop for me. The thing that was, and I've complained about this so many times, but the thing that was so aggravating about Tahanta was that it was so wildly unclear what you had to do in order to be eligible for the mount drop, because anybody could just kill the rare. The fact that the mount wouldn't drop unless you had this specific Necrolord construct present was like so not visible via game information. I don't know how they expected anybody to know that. Like, there must be some people that kind of like collecting but don't really, you know, go on Wowhead or forums or Discords or anything like that. And those people are at a disadvantage. They're always going to be at a little bit of a disadvantage, but that one was just rude. I hate it whenever there's a thing like that, and I think, well, how am I supposed to figure this out? And then people say, well, because other people did. You know, you're supposed to figure it out by us telling you right now. That's you figuring it out. You know, good puzzles should be doable. Good morning. Good morning. Gotten into spam click quest text habit very early on. Only recently got into actually reading it. Good morning, Hazel. Good morning, Scarlet. Or good afternoon/evening. Across the pond. Yeah, it's true. Oily Invert is still out there. I think my odds of going back for that, I wouldn't say never. I should probably say never. Doesn't sound like a me thing to do, does it? Seething slag in the new zone. That's that one I think has either been hotfixed or will get changed. I think that one actually got hotfixed. I haven't done it yet though. I am feeling very self-satisfied and smug about my decision to procrastinate on the Phoenix Wishwing pet, because that's going to become substantially easier with changes coming in 10.15. They're on the 10.15 patch notes. Happy about that. Sometimes laziness pays off. Sometimes it doesn't. I still don't have Fabius, and maybe I never will, but sometimes laziness pays off. Hello, boy. Night. Had to take a break. By break, not even zoning into Unkuro by until 10:15. I think I might even take it one step further. And not only am I not going back until 10:15, I'm probably not going back until like a ways into 10:15 when all the other people that waited until 10:15 have kind of filtered through, or at least a bulk of them. I think I'm gonna double procrastinate. And it's gonna be fine. It's a pet. I still don't have my mode of Nezuro. I'm kind of waiting. Is this true? I just made this up. I'm kind of waiting until I get my legendary, my actual Nezuro on my evoker before I go get the motes. I understand that I don't have to. I understand I could just go catch all the motes now and then just like have the pet. But it feels like it would mean more to me if I wait until the perfectly lovely and should definitely drop for me thing drops for me off of Sarkareth. How's the PvP scene? Hopefully healthy? I don't know. Solo Shuffle's active. You'd have to ask their healthcare professionals how healthy they are. They're certainly PvPing. Destro is the most... I picked Destro because I wanted something real easy and user-friendly. I don't know if I have a favorite lock spec. I kind of like Affliction, but I haven't played a lot of it lately. Oh, I got some gloves. Oh yeah, that's a big upgrade for me too. Nice. Netherwing dragon riding model. Started my mount obsession. 11 away from 400. Nice. Oh, and possible new Netherwing Drake mount. I heard that they were getting rigged for dragon riding. I did grind those, and I ground them pretty early in my WoW life, but I remember wanting, I remember thinking when I did it, this is not as much fun as the Skyguard rep. I enjoyed Skyguard a lot more. Something about trying to find the eggs and competing with other people that were also looking for the eggs stressed me out immeasurably at the time. First must-have mount was the Ravenlord. It was why I made a druid in the first place. I remember the first like mount that I ever got that was a special one, I'm pretty sure was the Bronze Drake from doing the speed run in Wrath of the Culling of Strathholm. Is it Strathholm or is it a different one? It was one of those time walking dungeons. But then I realized that everybody had it, and it was kind of like a I don't want to say a welfare rare mount, but it was like it was kind of one of those things that everybody had and it wasn't that special anymore. And I was like, look at my new... Oh, wait. Everybody's got one of these. I'm going to need something else. Zangarmarsh rep for the Cenarian Hippogriff. Also Tiny Sporebat. Tiny Sporebat was definitely Zangarmarsh. I don't remember the Hippogriff, I think, was a nearby but separate reputation. I might be mistaken. Talent. Oh no, I'm gonna leave that queue actually. Because I think I might have lost Flabby. Mine was the SAR 3D mounts. Bronze Drake is like the Honda Accord of WoW. Hey, what's wrong with the Accord? It's like a fancy, it's like a fancy Civic, right? Grown-up Civic. Suggestions for getting the Void Talon. Been running this route forever. It's just luck. Luck and then doing it within the right hours. But now that it's Friday, you're pretty much set. Because as far as I understand, it spawns in the second half of the week. So nothing to do in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Halfway through Friday? Friday at 3? Something like that? Reliable, but everyone has one. Mine was probably the Flaming Hippogriff from Kata. Don't know how I had the sanity to do the Molten Front back then. The Molten Front continues to be pretty grindy. I haven't been back there in a long time. That was kind of, I mean, I don't want to call it miserable, and I don't really remember a lot of the details, but I remember that being kind of a miserable grind of an endgame zone. They must have had a very different philosophy for what people wanted from their challenging outdoor content back in Cataclysm, because I remember it being kind of grim. But I haven't done it in some time. Duckies! These duckies are too wet. Can I help the crabbies? Are they afraid? They're cowering crabs. They're terrified. Aw. Babies. Oh, he's level 66. We're cruising. I am about to run out of rested, but I think that if I can make it to like 67, I'm gonna feel like I can see the end enough to want to just finish it out and not wait for a rejuvenation of my rested experience. Molten Front wasn't too bad compared to Tulbarad. Tulbarad I felt like was a little more... I'm talking out of my butt. All of this was so long ago that I barely remember it, but Tulbarad felt like more traditional dailies and less phasing. The thing about Tulbarad that really got me was I did laps of that place killing foxes to try to get a pet for years and did not get it and eventually bought it. I eventually purchased it. And that one just tormented me. It would have been fine if it had dropped, but it didn't drop. Did not want to drop. Should you do another character with rested? Yeah, that's kind of what I'm debating. Is the efficient thing to do is to park him once he finishes rested and then to start another character, but that feels bad, and I game to feel good, so I'm kind of weighing that out in my mind right now. How good would efficiency feel versus the clean brain of start one character, finish one character before start next character. For some reason, I also had motivation to grind weird stuff like pebbles. I have almost no buttons. I have very few keybinds. It's excellent. Wish there was more leafy, emerald, dreamy aesthetic type animal mounts. Maybe incoming with a patch soon, though. Oh. Yeah. One mount came to mind, but it was a shot mount, I'm pretty sure. I've left my Burning Rush on. Deluxe Predator of Dragonflight. Yeah, maybe that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of the Tangled Dreamweaver, I'm pretty sure. Tangled Dreamweaver is Dragonflight Heroic Edition. Yeah, that's what I was thinking of. That's yeah. Same Leafy Drake you see in the trailer. And you know, I haven't ridden it once. Surely they must give that one dragon flying when they eventually get around to it, right? Wishful thinking? Manifestation? I'd like to spend some time on that one. According to Hidden Tech, Rhinestone and other uber rare Kata recipes can drop in Tulbarad. Oh. More of those type mounts. Bit off-putting that I bought it for gold, sadly. Is that off-putting? I think if you have it, you have it. I just miss riding the rest of my mounts. I like my dragon riding mounts well enough, but I am looking forward to them opening up dragon riding to more models. I don't mind if they're not as customizable. I just want to see him again. This rogue is named Stealth Foam. That's pretty good. As far as I know, I have no cooldowns. You know what I could do to fill up the rest of my bars is I could go through my pets and I could find all of the Warlocky and/or pets that I think Boy would like, and I could just fill my bar slots with battle pets. I mean, honestly, actually, we can fill this up. I mean, it feels awful to have some of this stuff on a main bar, but like, if he's really not using it for anything, then I could do that, and I can in just for Boy. I can turn off that bar. He'll have a little gap before where his pet bar goes, but that's okay. Why don't you use Infernal? Lazy. Lazy leveler. Summon favorite mount, only pull up the Slinky Dragon mount. I just put the Slinky Dragon mount on my mount keybind. Once met a pair of orc hunters who were clearly grouped together, named Smork and Bork. Smork and Bork. Do I have a pet? Is Pazam around here? Yep. He's hanging out up there. Here, I'm helping. I'll Shadow Fury. It's not a damage button, but... do I play on any RP servers? Not anymore. I used to play on Feathermoon. Feathermoon was my main realm for a couple of years. In MoP, I think Feathermoon was the last realm that I had any presence on before I came to Lightbringer. But I came to Lightbringer kind of at the end of MoP. I know how you can beat Flabby. Stand in all the fire. I'm not convinced that I would live. I just leave Burning Rush on. I'm just along for the ride. Was there always fire in that fight? I feel that was a bug they just decided to leave as a new feature. I don't know, actually. Here, has somebody gone and done the thing? I could hop in that one. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's people up there. I love achievements that are basically like, do this fight without doing anything. You know, just, what if you just did the fight and you didn't do any mechanics? As long as you don't install... Oh, I see. Yeah. Used to be on Moonguard. I run into a lot of players from Moonguard. Like low pop servers for the cool available names. What's my favorite dungeon this season? I kind of like Underrot. It's like nice and easy. It doesn't take too long. The bosses still take some doing, and the trash, you know, it takes some doing. There's lots of healing to be done. Freehold's just kind of fun and nostalgic. It's funny that they're both the older dungeons. I think the newer dungeons, I haven't done a whole lot of Uldaman or Neltheris, so I don't feel like I fully understand them yet. And then Halls of Infusion is not my favorite place to be. And I forget the fourth one. It'll come to me. I'll think of it. Don't tell me. Halls of Infusion, Uldaman, Neltheris, and Brackenhide Hollow. I do like Brackenhide Hollow. Surprisingly, it's my favorite of the Dragonflight dungeons that are part of the season. Brackenhide's by far my favorite. I like being clever meat. Clever meat. It's me. Thanks. Thanks for noticing. I work hard, you know. Oh good, a triumphant roar echoes from the atop of the seat of the aspects as Nezuro the Unbound Legacy is formed. How are you doing, Derek? How have things been with you? Me and 2 of my guildies 3-man to 16 under Outlast boss. Other 2 rage quit, but we wanted to finish. Dang it, and so we did. DPS queue's kind of cracked. I have a friend who's healing. That's why they're healer queues. You like boys, Mog? He's the abominable boy. Oh, he has to fix his boots. He got new boots. I must mock them. It's worth 100 gold. Oh yeah, you get knowledge point drops before you're actually able to use them. It's pretty funny. No backpack fits surprisingly well. He was wearing the Rathian Dragonscale backpack from whatever that was from, End of BFA maybe. But I like this one because it's nice and small. It doesn't overwhelm him. And he can still use his ladle transmog. He can still have his ladle at the same time. Oh, this paladin cranks. Actually, the rogue's doing really strong damage too. I am here for moral support and fashion. So mad that I missed the trading post. White hood and cloak. I need to have a couple of trading posts that are filled with things that are not personally attractive to me, so that I can recoup some tender. Because I've frozen a mount that would take most of July's tender anyways, and it's not going to do me any good if they've packed the July trading post full of things that I'm looking for. So we'll have to see. I'm just happy that Quox was the gimme bar reward. It's nice that there's always something. Like, even without spending any tender, as long as you fill out your bar, you're going to get whatever that thing is, and it's usually pretty cool. I'm happy with that. I like that aspect of it. It's not my fault they keep adding mounts. Yeah. I can relate to that. I'm just going to dot up all the bone weavers. What's the worst thing that can happen? The weird bug mount is currently in my freeze queue. Same. And it means that I'm the bee, Mr. Buzzworth, is going to have to wait. He's going to have to circle back around to me eventually. It's the trouble with being somebody that wants both mounts and pets is sometimes the game makes you choose. Hi, Rattlegore. How you been? I haven't seen you in 20 whole minutes. The Macaw's a great mount too. I don't know how they're doing all that damage, but I am not here to argue. Very sad, but not surprised that they decided to make tender buyable. Yeah, I think that they will make tender buyable. What if they make tender purchasable, but they don't increase the cap of it? So if people want to get their monthly tender but not do the activities, they can spend money? I feel like that would be kind of... No, they wouldn't do that. That would just be... It would make less people mad, but also at that point it would be like, well, what's the point? You know? That would be the biggest scam of history. I think the biggest scam of history is selling leveling boosts, but that's just because I like leveling. Easy to cap with gameplay. Yeah, it's easy to level alts. Some people just want to skip things. What if they purposely jam-packed the June trading post with the mounts and the pets? So people would be like, oh man, I don't have enough tender. So that then they can be like, do you need more tender? I heard you needed more tender. Would you like to give me your credit card? Thank you. You asked for this. This was your idea. Not mine. Meanwhile, it's been sitting on some developer's vision board for 4 months. All right. Nice. Would have preferred them to buy tender with gold. You can, in a roundabout way, do that via the WoW token. Like if they're selling tender for money, you could you could use your gold to buy BattleNet balance and then use that to buy tender. So in a roundabout way, you could use gold. It would just be excessive amounts of gold. It would be a lot of gold. Just store mounts and pets at that point. And they have actually been putting like old store mounts, like genuine store mounts on there, you know, like the Sparkle Pony did hit trading posts, so. Yeah. I understand people being frustrated. I get it. What do I'm just digging for passive buttons. Anything that isn't going to take a lot of doing. So he's officially out of rested now, so I'll see how much weaker it feels to do a dungeon for experience. Rested really is just giving you experience from monsters. It's not influencing, according to the mouse over tooltip anyways, it's not influencing experience you get from quests. I feel like it used to be monsters and quests, but it just says experience gained from monsters like enemies, so maybe it won't be that influential. Oh, High Priest Rose Blossom. I like that a lot. It's a cute name. Maybe her and Primrosy would be friends. Diablo launched last week, so tokens got to recover a bit. Yeah. I can't find it in myself to be too upset about increasing paths for Blizzard to monetize WoW as long as it's cosmetics. I think they'll reach a certain point where there's only so much money that people will spend, so it's just a question of what they're buying. I don't know if that's true, but it's they're you know, it's a for-profit company that's selling a product. There's no obligation on them to reinvest all of their profit into the game. It would be nice, but at the end of the day, they get to do whatever they want with the thing, and we get to do whatever we want in terms of subbing or not subbing, or, you know, buying the things or not buying the things. All you can really do is vote with your wallet. XP and time walking is back to being largely concentrated in the end of run bonus. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think it's something in the range of like 90... I mean, I guess it's not going to show me for a sec. Yeah, no, it does show me 91,000, 91k for the end of dungeon bonus, which is I've got 344k for a level here, so you would assume by that range maybe 3 dungeons per level, 2 with rested. I guess it depends on if that's before or after the experience gain increased by 50%. I'm assuming it's before, so maybe just 2 dungeons per level. Is your PvP gear caught up to the solo shuffle minimum? Comp Stomp Wink, that's all I've been doing today. It's not, but it's Conquest that is capping me more so than Honor. And I'll get there eventually. It'll happen when it happens. Dunsduel, thank you for the 6-month resub. Oh, where am I going? I'm lost. Stairs that way. Yeah. I'm so slow. I must have left late. My confusion must have really cost me in distance. I'm gonna learn from my mistakes, and I'm going to dismiss Pazam, his official name. His mother named him that. I'm gonna dismiss him before I get to before I jump off the thing this time. It's gonna be a beautiful show of progress. How long would you guess 1 to 60 takes? I don't know. I haven't done that part yet. I'm gonna find out. I'm gonna find out. Somebody said they did it in 1 day, but that could mean lots of different things depending on who you're talking to. Like, did they spend 24 hours in their desk with like a Gatorade IV hooked up, or is it just like an after dinner kind of thing? I don't know. 5 hours? 22 hours? Those are wildly different estimates. Somewhere in the 5. No! Why have I done this? Not only did I not dismiss my pet. Here, maybe I can get rid of him now. Just go away. Not only did I not dismiss my pet, I also jumped off before anybody had done anything about it. I'm glad the tank decided to come. Oh. Brain not work. Brain not work. Everything's fine. Oh my god. I joined at a dramatic moment. I had done this dungeon earlier today on stream, and at the time I was like, I probably can get away with not dismissing my pet. I bet it'll snap down with me. And it didn't, and it pulled some trash. So this time around I was like, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna improve, I'm gonna learn, I'm gonna dismiss my imp before I jump down. I'd said this about 20 seconds ago. And then Brain 404, jump off cliff, don't dismiss pet. Also before anybody had pulled anything. If anything, it's getting worse. All day long, up and down, clean the kitchen, play, clean the bathroom, play. Holy moly. Yeah, Flabby, it's fine. DPS brain. I had such high hopes for myself. Oh, my... Here, I'm health funneling. It happened. It finally happened. My imp was tanking. Chaos makes for making better players. Oh, dear. Is Flabby still soulstone from before? Yeah. Not that I think he's gonna die, but... You're helping. I am mostly just here for the, I'm here to look cute. I'm here to look cute and get experience. I can do a little bit of damage on single target in time walking in my leveling gear. I can do all of 1.3k. But in AoE, not so much. Not really. Especially not when you use your Shadow Flame as your opener. Looked like a fairy devilsaur, had cute wings. Maybe a hunter pet? There is a hunter in this group. I want to tame a fairy dragon on my... hunter. But I need to get higher Veldraken Accord rep first. Because that's what you need to get the dragon taming. You can do cloud serpents with a different thing, but if you want to tame like fairy dragons or like hornswogs and stuff like that, I'm pretty sure you need to get the dragon taming. Oh, they aligned at the same spot, giving the Devil's Sword the Wasp Wings. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Am I standing in that? Nah. Not at all. Thank you for all your boss guides. Thank you for watching them. Warlocks can't tame demon... What? Pardon me? Excuse? I'm playing an extremely bare bones basic version of Warlock just to level. I'm definitely not getting in. I've taken every passive talent available to me. I'm not too fussed about it. So some experience from that, experience from that. Oh, demon pets. Yeah, you can get glyphs to give you more... And some of this is coming in 10.1.5. Glyphs that can give you different options for what your pets look like, but generally you unlock the ability to summon a specific demon, imp, voidwalker, kick pet, and then incubus or succubus at specific levels. And then you get the one that you get. You can re-roll their names, but they come with auto-generated names. You also, I feel like there used to be a kind of a, or maybe there's still, yeah, subjugate demons. So you do have sort of a mind control for demons that you can use to tame yourself like a temporary pet. But it's more like when, you know, Death Knights control a mob for a little while, or like a priest mind control something. One class I've never played. I have a soft spot for pet classes, so I've done a bit of Warlock here and there. Definitely not as much as I've done Hunter and Shadow Priest. Back when I was a Shadow Priest main, I kept trying to talk myself into playing a Warlock instead because it felt like Warlocks were just Shadow Priests that meant it. You know, you'd be playing a dot spec that has 2 dots, and you're like, this seems like there's something I could be doing a little better here. Where did I get my... Oh, I put it on T. That's right. I was thinking, where did my Drain Life go? I've also not summoned my tanking pet for this. You can re-roll the names by talking to a warlock. There's a... It's not the class trainer, but it's near the class trainer in either Orgrimmar or Stormwind. It costs gold to re-roll them. You're basically re-summoning a new demon from the void, but it's like a permanent name re-roll. Demon trainer guys, yeah. Stop bullying my boy Shadow Fiend. Original main was a hunter until Wrath. Wasn't expecting to love it as much as I did. Day? Not a warrior? What do you mean? You haven't always been a warrior? I thought you, I'm imagining you toddling around the countryside as a child with like a little sword and a shield going, rah, rah. Shockwave! Where is Frost Mage? They're pet class 2. I don't have a mage right now. I don't have a mage right now. I don't know if I'm ever gonna have a mage. Mages just remind me of the fact that I don't know how to play a mage. I'm sure I could find some kind of a version of some mage spec that's basically like what I'm doing here. Just like, give me like 4 buttons and a general concept, and then I will do a mild amount of damage just to like level. And that could be all that it needs to be, but... Mage leveling. Miserable. Switched in Legion? Pretty much describes me in RL. Do you have a shield on your wall in your home for decoration, like over a mantle or something? And if not, why not? Why are you not displaying a, maybe a shield with some crossed swords, and then when the, you know, gremlins start to invade your city, you can take the sword off the wall, Wind Waker style, and go have at it. Excited to try Fire Mage in 10.1.5. If I had some, I would. Fire Mage fun and bursty. I now know what I have to bring back as a souvenir for my travels in Scotland. Oh, I bet you could find a good shield in Scotland. I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing that I've made it to this point in my life without ever displaying a Mall Ninja sword as home decor. Can't decide if that's a win or a loss. Can't wait to explain it to customs. Probably easier to get away with a shield than a sword. You may have some difficulty flying internationally with a weapon. I'm sure it can be done, but some things are going to be easier to ship than to fly with. Do I still have a pet? Yeah, he's around. Here he is. He's so small. I guess I'm small. It's kind of rich of a gnome to call his imp small. In disbelief that I got the name Mediocre Mage. I think what I need to do if I do decide to level a mage is just pick one spec, probably based on whatever looks cool to me. I think either Frost or Arcane. Fire's cool, but I've done the fire thing, and you know, Destrolock already has my cloth fire wielding job done. And then find like a real baby version of it, you know. Cast a couple of frost bolts. Yeah, I think Frost Mage might be kind of cool. Is Arcane how are Arcane Mages? Are they okay? How have they been doing? Are they happy? Do they feel satisfied with their choices? Want simple, don't choose Arcane. My golden hour as an Arcane Mage was Cataclysm, whenever the rotation was literally just Arcane Blast until you can't anymore, and then wait until you can Arcane Blast some more. Only one way to find out. I think Frost sounds fun. I think Frost sounds cute. It sounds like a very classic kind of a mage aesthetic, like a mage look. I should be clear. For any alt that I'm talking about questing, leveling, and then like running Nighthold. I'm not doing keys or raiding or anything like that. I think my BM Hunter, my Shadow Priest have pretty much satisfied my desire to gear up and play a DPS in endgame Dragonflight. I've got two good choices to pick between. You need a Volpera. For what? Why? Is there like a club that they're not going to let me into? They just make good farmer tunes because of portals? Yeah, Volpera totems are pretty cute. I don't know that I want another shaman though. I think Honeyplum kind of meets my needs. And I don't think I would play... Honeyplum is like Resto / Ellie. So I could see myself making another shaman if I wanted to make specifically an enhancement shaman. Because I'm weird and I like to have different characters for different main stat priorities. But I don't know if I would make a Volpera enhance. It doesn't feel like me. Questing with Wormodon, worth the potential hassle? Yeah, you're not really... I don't know about in Dragonflight, but in the earlier zones, you are not really going to... Like, I'd say for 1 to 60, yeah, I would turn on War Mode, especially if you're not streaming, which most people aren't. 60 to 70, I'm not so sure about, but for 10 to 60, you're phased into Chromie time, so you're not going to see endgame characters. You're not going to get ganked by level 70. So you're probably not going to see anybody at all, and if you do see somebody, it's possible that they're closer to your level, and they probably are also trying to just quest and level. Most people in War Mode 1 to 60 are just trying to go about their business, so you're probably not going to run into too many troubles. Got a staff. I am level 68. Several Volpera characters. They're all super cute. What kind of mage would I make? I don't know if I would do Volpera mage. I would do like a I mean, they do sound very cute. I mean, there's always gnomes, but I have a lot of gnomes. I have many gnomes. Sometimes I like human female mages. I've had those before. Those are kind of satisfying. Just because it's kind of a typical pairing. You can be like a little baby Jaina. Nightborn maybe? Nightborn. Didn't I have a Nightborn mage? Yeah, I think I might have deleted a Nightborn mage. I think I used to have. That was how I got Nightborn Heritage Armor. I had a Nightborn Arcane mage. And she was on the other realm, so she got purged. She got purged real good. I wonder if I have time to get Soggle Moggle. Oh, I have a talent point to spend. Made a basic female human mage for the Kirin Tor Theramore aesthetic. Yeah. Yeah, that's good stuff. Human racial rep boost plus mage portals. Makes sense to me. So if Boy is Destro now, then maybe my warlock that I'm going to make in 10.1.5 might be Af, I think. Either Af or Demo, but I think I want to play Af. I know it's slow for questing, but I don't think I care. I think I just want to put dots on things. That sounds maybe like me. We'll see. Forgot about Mage Portal, so convenient. Yeah, they're good. Saga, I think that's the same reason that I tend to not stick to mages, is a lack of on-demand self-healing. There, you know, you've got your shields and whatever, but it's really not the same. It's really not the same. Even the other classes that I've played that have been squishy at times have at least, like, spammable self-heals within, like, a mana pool limit. Dev Evoker and Shadow Priest and whatnot can top themselves back up. Yeah, I think not being able to heal myself gives me some kind of, like, really core anxiety about this health is the health that I'm likely to get, you know, short of, like, Leech or whatever. I'm not really getting any more unless somebody else chooses to bless me with a heal. So if I take damage and I stand in this thing, that is a problem that's going to stick with me. I think I don't like that sense of... I know it's not permanent, but it feels a little bit like permanence when you're just on your own out in the world doing stuff. I want to loot. Don't have to self-heal if you're not taking damage. 68.5. Yeah, this is pretty fast. I betcha if I don't mind streaming until lunchtime, I betcha I can get Boy to 70 all in one day. It'll definitely be slower if I want to level any of these characters without doing time walking, and he's benefiting from Flabby right now, so he's getting these dungeons are going quite quickly, and he's getting fast queues for them, so that's definitely a big boost also. I think for some of my other DPS characters, it might be like a 2-stream effort to get them 60 to 70. But yeah, 60 to 70 in 3 hours is pretty toasty. I'm happy with that. How many levels did he get today? 8 so far. 8.5 so far. He started at 60. He had full rested. He only recently ran out of that, but it doesn't seem to be slowing him down much. I don't think rested was actually influencing his, the time walking anyways. Wildly. XP buff that good. Been sitting on so many alts. Now's my chance. It's 50%, which is pretty juicy. If you think of like getting your Darkmoon Fair bonus to level, and then you think of what if it was 5 instead of just 1. It's pretty juicy. What if we didn't do the ad phase? was a fast dungeon. Experience bonus is going to be around until July the 11th. There is still an experience potion in the game. I don't use it because it's too annoying to get. They're too annoying to get. So I don't bother with it. Man, you really don't want to be questing with an imp. Alright, so I have all the water shells. I need to kill Soggle Moggle, but I can do that later. I bet I can get through this. Excuse me. I have just enough time. Just enough time. There we go. By the time I unlock the XP flask, I've leveled it. Yeah. I do like using heirlooms. Those help out a bit. Yeah, we can totally do this, because this dungeon's gonna get me to 69 for sure. Maybe I should level the Disco PvP Priest. It is such an interesting spec. I wonder if part of the reason why I'm so ambivalent towards augmentation evokers. No, this doesn't make any sense. I was gonna say, I wonder if it's because I've always been very not interested in Discipline Priest, but they don't really have a whole lot in common aside from the occasional Absorb Shield. Discipline isn't really... I mean, it's more about doing damage and also healing, whereas Augmentation is going to be kind of doing damage and also buffing. Yeah, I don't know. Something about it that isn't speaking to me yet, but you never know. When they first announced Evokers, I thought, well, that's neat, but not for me. And then, as it turns out, I'm a Preservation Evoker main for this whole expansion, so... Sometimes life surprises me. So curious how augmentation will balance. Needs a separate tune for each spec, especially if they're meant to be used for different things. Click more with healers that are more direct. Yeah, I think I like things in WoW to be obvious, I guess. I think I like I like my straightforward, you know. I want to do damage by casting a magic bolt, and I want to do dot damage by putting out a bunch of dots, and I want to do pet damage by buffing up my pet. I want to have an archetype, and I want to mainly function through that archetype and have a very strong sense of identity at a cost of some subtlety. Thus, the lack of rogues. Going to work. Glad I caught the stream. Have a good day at work. Very different for PvE. I have done some amount of Resto Druid in PvE as well. Mostly for dungeons. Mostly for like dungeon healing back in like Cataclysm and whatnot. And I think that I would probably enjoy them in PvE, like in raid healing. It's just that they got kind of pushed out by how much I liked Priest. I think that I liked Holy Priest so much that I didn't feel a need to spend any more time Resto Druid healing in PvE. I liked being a tree. I liked having my little tree form and being a big old tree. And then Evoker caught my attention because it was just so different from the way that Holy Priest did their healing. And I think, to be honest, after playing Holy Priest for all of Shadowlands, I was a tiny bit bored with it. I probably would have been refreshed by all the changes they made to it in Dragonflight, but I didn't give it that chance because I was having too much fun with Preservation Evoker. I think that Flash Concentration and the Holy Priest talents through the final 2 seasons of Shadowlands just kinda took me out. It was good. I did some effective healing and I did a lot of it, but I was just about ready to do something else. I was a bit done with it. It's kind of ironic that the thing you like least is being a Drakthir. A little bit, yeah. This character is named Boy. His name is... his title is currently Abominable, so he's currently Abominable Boy. He's an alt that's been a bit of a stream favorite because of, well, not just his name, because of his name and his energy. Not a silly question at all. It's not immediately obvious. I wonder if the command still works. No, there used to be a stream clip. I'm sure there still is. There's a highlight somewhere or a clip or something of when we... I'm pretty sure I actually posted it to YouTube of when we got the name in the first place. It was funny. This boss has the funniest dialogue. Oh, Master Snowdrift? Got some good stuff. I love Gurgthok and Wooden at in Freehold. I listen to that voice acting every time, and I'm in there quite a lot. I do my fair share of Freehold. Have a Horde Evoker ready to go for the new spec. Smaugina. Please, the name was available. Nice. Yeah, my expectation is that I'm going to try Augmentation long enough to, I don't know, include it in some kind of a video. And be like, well, look, it's new. Da 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 da. As in a news sharing capacity, and then I'm gonna go back to Preservation and let everybody else deal with it. That sounds like me. Abyssia. Not the most original. Beautiful, though. That's a lovely name. Named mine Emmalou. Want to level my monk before the buff disappears? Yeah, you got some time for sure. You leveling from scratch, or do you have one at level 60? I'm pretty satisfied by the pace of leveling, and I think I'm probably going to take advantage of time walking for a good chunk of it. I think that I've got 2 druids at 60. I'm going to tank on one and heal on the other one through time walking. I guess actually one thing that I should be aware of is that time walking is not going to be up for the whole buff. It is time walking week right now. And then it'll be time walking again July 4th through 11th. So the last week of the event will be another time walking. It will be Warlords of Draenor time walking. But in the middle, I guess I'm going to be questing the old-fashioned way. Currently, time walking is the fastest way to level 60 to 70. You can no longer queue time walking dungeons below level 60, or I don't believe, maybe 58, something like that. But for 60 to 70, for the Dragonflight range, it is fastest to do time walking dungeons. Or at least faster. Lower keys with her in Shadowlands, enjoyed that. Like how the spec evolved in Dragonflight. 61. Oh, Mistweaving. Yeah. That's cool. Faster to have someone kill elites for you. Mm. Am I falling asleep? A little bit. But at level 69, I can't stop now. He's so close. He's so close. Give loot, please. He's 33% into 69 as well. So I betcha if I do one more time walking dungeon and then I turn in some of these quests. Maybe it's 2 more time walking dungeons. Were you up mega early again today? Today, not wildly so, but 2 days running, I was up at 5:30. Today, I kind of woke up at like 7 or so, and I got a bit of exercise. I'm really shifting my sleep schedule. Last night, it was 9 p.m., and I made some sleepy time tea, and I just kind of sat on my couch. I had the lamp on nice and calmly dim, and I just wound down. It was nice. I was ready for bed. I think I got to sleep pretty early, at least. Sounds like you needed it. I'm figuring out how to get enough, how to take care of myself in my new schedule, because I want to do more than I had been doing, and it feels good to do that. But I also want to make sure that I'm not pushing too hard, and breaking anything, you know. What are those wings? Probably. Oh, you know what? He has a mop cloak on this character in his time walking set. That's probably what you're looking at. I think it's the mop legendary cloak. Because, yeah, he's using Unblinking Gaze of Seath and then Soul Prism. It's a time walking set. I need... Oh, there's dirt. Oh, I don't have a shovel, though. So the bubbled duckling is going to be... there. I'm trying to make sure these quests are mostly ready to turn in by the time I get out of this dungeon, so I can see whether or not I need another one. I think that maybe zoning into a dungeon is going to kind of break that bubbled duckling quest, but we'll see. Finally, a mod that reads quest text in retail. Helps my dyslexia, makes questing fun. Nice. Slept for over 9 hours. Oh, man. That sounds like you need it. Those days when you need it and you get it, though, are so good. Like, when you wake up and you're just like, ah, yes. Haha. I have rejuvenated. I am prepared for anything. It just feels so good. Do I know who's next after Boy? I think what I should do is originally I was going to do Ripsy, the rogue. And I do love her. But I think what I'm going to do is prioritize my druids while it's still time walking week. It's because I can kind of time walking dungeon level them with fast queues. So I think maybe Barnacles or Petal Bloom. Probably Barnacles. I think I might tank on Barnacles next. And then if I have time, follow it up by doing some resto on Petal Bloom to get those two sorted out before the current time walking weekends. And then I can do Ripsy just like during the middle of the event when there's the experience bonus but no time walking, and she can just kind of quest and gather and whatever. Boy does have talent points, it's true. Sure. Passive buttons. Plus Barnacles has just the most phenomenal transmog. He feels like a real person to me. He feels like a character that is very separate from myself. He's kind of a quiet old man who lives in Borealis, and you know he's got stories, but he's not about to tell them. I just like his energy a lot. Hit 70 my DK. Time to start leveling my Volpera warrior. Off to the races with ya. Yeah, I wonder how close this will get me. I'm assuming I'm going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 20% of my level left after this. And I'm going to be like, I'll just turn in 3 quests. Then I'll turn in 3 quests and it'll be like not quite enough. Oh, I'll just pick a few herbs and I'll pick like 11 herbs and it'll be not quite enough. What I should have just done was another time walking dungeon, but I kind of want this to be his last one. We'll see. Maybe I'll get more experience than I'm expecting to. Love the Coulter and shapeshifting models. Yeah, they're good. They're really nice. This is so rude. I don't know how everybody else always gets by faster. There's some kind of trick to that I do not know. Also, round 3 it's seeing if I dismiss my pet before I jump down. Will she learn? Enjoying the 4 levels I got yesterday. My 60 mage. Nice. Farmer Moo. Is Farmer Moo a Tauren? Farmer Moo must be a Tauren, right? You would think. You would assume. By common decency. We believe in learning. It's not even a cast. I was expecting it to be like a dismiss pet cast the way that it is on a hunter, and I can really just like right click his frame and be like, get out of here. Scram. And he's gone. You know, like we did it halfway through last time. Thorin DK. He was a farmer. Then the Lich King came. Alright, so just these 2. We're clearing the side. We're not jumping down. I'm never gonna find out. Oh, it's 2 people jumped down. Well, this is fine. This works for me. Okay, I'm just gonna put out a lot of immolation. Oh my gosh, I have 2 stacks of Hex of Lethargy. Also, I've left Burning Rush on. That's probably not ideal. Maybe the tank did jump down, but the hunter pet pulled. And I thought that the hunter pet was the tank and I followed them down that way. Maybe that's what happened. It's a new adventure every time. Tell my priest friends that PI stands for please, I need it. Don't mind me just trying to loot early. Can we make it to the elevator? Will the tank make it to the elevator? I can't help him. He's coming. He's disadvancing. I believe. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Look at those green onions. I've jammed some extra ones into a planter in there. I love growing green onions in balcony planters because they're just unkillable. They're unstoppable. They're incorrigible. And because I use just like little bits of them once in a while for stuff, so it's really handy to be able to just go snip like some of it and not need to have like a whole thing. Elevators are another opportunity for learning. Oh, we made it this time. Also making it in the door before the boss pulls. Tastes better and better with each new layer they sprout. Am I gonna farm tusks now that Siege is skippable soon? I actually kind of thought about it. Because I have the mount already, so I don't really need it for that. But just the fact that it'll be skippable makes it kind of seem like, well, I don't want to say why not, because that's a hard argument to start with. You could make that for anything. But it's a little bit why not? Like, I could. I'm never really going to be a plate main, but, you know, so Crinkle would look real sick in the Tusks of Manaroth is all I'm saying. She'd look real good. I still grown things in the hydroponic setup. Not currently. It's, the mold didn't, like, damage anything, and I've cleaned it now, so it's just kind of not set up currently. I just haven't decided what I'm going to grow in it next, because the lettuce and stuff that I was growing in it, I don't really need right now because I have so much lettuce for my balcony. So, I'm kind of, and my tomatoes, I was going to try tomatoes, but also, tomatoes are kind of working. I might try peppers. I might try some kind of a dwarf pepper, just for fun, right? Like, just for fun, because peppers are one thing that they need sun or like a really strong lamp. Yeah, she needs 2 bubbles, 81%. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can maybe. I should just do another one. It would be so much faster to just do one more. Let me turn in this batch of quests, and if it's like 5%, then maybe not. If I can do better than 5% from this, yeah. Only 2 bubbles. Thank you. So yeah, I have part of a quest done. Oh, I need to get my my tank pet out. He is 69 and 80%, so I can make this happen. The question is, how long do we think this is going to take? I think I can do it in 10 minutes or less. Whether that's true remains to be seen. But now that I've said 10 minutes, I'm taking that personally. So I'm going to try and do it by 10 after 12. And I'm going to really give it a good go. Not doing wild amounts of damage. Doing some. This is probably what I get for, there we go. Probably what I get for my, decision to take exclusively passive talents and not want any buttons. I love the music out here. Nice. Ghost peppers. Alright, so that's enough shells. We have the bubble duckling. Can I fly the bubble duckling back is the question. Because normally when you're doing this, you don't actually have your dragon riding mount at this point. Bubble duckling, bubble duckling. Thank you. You want to return home? I have a bubble duckling for you. Here, we'll walk out and we'll walk back. So that was 8% to turn in those 2 quests. Uh-oh. Have I broken it? I see my bubble duckling. I might have broken it. Oh, I don't know if this is worth it. I think it's not worth it. Oh! Oh! Yes! Peppers! There we go. I think there might be a... There might be a follow-up quest. I'm not 100% sure. There might not be. Waddles? His name is Waddles. That brings me to 90. Which makes me think if I can just get myself 10. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to track this and kind of start heading my way over there. Because that's 2 quests. Those artisan supply quests are both worth full quest credit. I can gather on the way there and I get like roughly a little under 1% per node. So we can do a little herbing. Not fast herbing, but a little bit of herbing. And then we can turn in. Like I can even buy the salt deposits if I need to. That's fine. And then sometimes you get like a little bit of extra. So we're at 91. We're at 90, well, 91. The trouble is going to be if I'm going to actually just go, I'm going to beeline it for the artisan's quest to turn in. I say, and then don't do it. And I can just buy like 3 salt deposits. That's not going to cost me a wild amount of gold. Because 1950 is pretty good. I need another 33,000 experience. I'm going to get 10k per quest. Although I am kind of out of vigor. So maybe it wouldn't hurt me to take a second and... do this. 70 number 6. Congratulations. Best day to drop by, catch your stream live. You are about to witness the momentous moment of history where our abominable boy is gonna make it to 70. He's so close. Boy's about to grow up. That's true. That's true. I think this means that for tomorrow, for Saturday's stream, we're going to have a Barnacles tanking stream. I don't know if I'm going to say that, oh, I'm going to get to 70 within one stream. I'm sure anything's possible, but there's like a little uppy thing, isn't there? Oh, I see. There's the uppy thing. It's like a little light. It's a fairy. Hi, can you take me up, please? Just in time for all the new Warlock Pat customizations in 10.15. Mega fast tank keys, it's possible. I think what I would do if I was going to try and crank him 60 to 70 in one stream is I would set up his gear and bags and spec and everything ahead of time. Because I think I burned probably 20 minutes, if not 30 at the top of the stream. Just kind of setting boy up for later. So here, turn this in. And then I want to turn in, I want some salt too. So I'm going to buy 3 salt deposits. I'm going to spend all of 51 silver. That mailbox is at the bottom. That is bait. That's bait. Oh yeah. Forgot I bought some profession equipment. Turn that in. That brings him to 100%. He needs like 2 more herbs. Or I wonder if maybe this little go talk to Thomas thing is gonna give me the experience. There he is. An IOU. Oh, the fiery spirits are like a thing that drops that you have to farm. I'm gonna go pick a flower. I'm gonna have boy pick a magical, miraculous flower mining node. He's gonna gather his way to 70. I know it. There we go. What is it? Is it a Hawkenbloom? Of course it's a Hawkenbloom. It's a regular everyday. Woo! There he goes. Level 70. Hey, my finesse helped me gather something extra. Oh, fancy your shirt. What does it say? Invertebrata. It's got some art of different invertebrates on it. You've got like a nautilus shell, and there's a squid, and there's a spider, and all kinds of stuff. It's from a vintage store in town. Ah, man. And only 6 minutes after I said I would do it in less than 10 minutes. So that's nice. Excellent. He's got an unspent talent point, but he's going to fix his talent points. I'm going to hearth him, I guess, to the Wingrest Embassy. I suppose he can take a flight point to Veldraken at some later time of his life. Some banger shirts and sweaters. I thank you. I think so too. I like having some options that are all just, you know, comfy, but that I think are really cool. It's fun to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to wear the Cape Cod Ocean Fish shirt today, or, you know, it feels like an Alaska Wolf shirt day or whatever it may be. Deer sweater, that kind of thing. So his bags are a later me problem. His gearing is a later me problem. He's level 70, which means that he's done. What a big day for boy. Big day. Beautiful transmog. Level 70. That is my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. His 7th. That is my 7th level 70. Next on the list, I think, is going to be our friend here. I think that tomorrow morning on stream, I'm gonna have Barnacles. Barnacles is going to be a bear. Barnacles is going to do some bear time walking tanking. I think that's my thing. After that, I have a rogue, an extra hunter, extra priest, and then another druid. And those are my 60s. So we've got 5 more 60s. It'll be a total of 12 70s before I start leveling anything fresh. You like him? I like him too. That's actually the shirt that they sold in the trading. That's the June Trading Post shirt, the Shifty Traders shirt. Have a great day. Thanks, Jeff. You too. Ding 70 and Dev Ogre, congratulations. I am going to conclude for today. Thank you very much for joining me. I will be back tomorrow for a Saturday morning stream. Appreciate you guys very much, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.